So Charlie is saying Supreme Clientele 1 way better than Supreme Clientele 2. Like I said, for me, it's still too early, but I do have to agree with Charlie too. I love Supreme Clientele 1. Like, that's one of my favorite Ghost albums, yo. Like, Supreme Clientele, one of my all-time favorite Ghost albums.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Raw Takes Unfiltered. So for those of you who don't know, you are now locked in with two voices and no filter, and that'd be myself, Capo, and you got Young Storm, aka Triborough, and I am Movie AV Impulse. Today we have a special guest with us to talk about the 35th anniversary, and I can't believe it's been that long already, of Nirvana's Nevermind. To me, one of the albums that changed grunge, in my opinion, and really got things popping. But the guy you've seen in the intro, in the beginning, if you don't know, that is 16 Bars, one of Try's good friends, done videos with him. He is on YouTube, and Try would like to say a couple of things, and we'll get into the rest of the show. Try?
Yeah, I just want to give my special shout out to 16 Bars and his family, his friends. He has stage 4 cancer. It's not looking too good for him, and I just want him to know that we're in his thoughts and his prayers, and if by chance he can, get through this, pulling for him. I know what it is to lose loved ones from cancer. I've had like my aunt, my mother's sister, my aunt Cheryl, she died from cancer. My godmother died from cancer. I've had like a lot of cousins and uncles that died from cancer, so I know what it is to lose a loved one from cancer, and it's something that there's no cure for it, and it's something that you can't get over. And I just want people to like go out there and get checked. Get checked, get your health checked, go to the doctor. If something is going on, to let your family and your friends know, and because I didn't know that he was sick, and he like, for him to go through what he's going through right now, and to be on my live stream, he has all my love and respect, and
yes.
I just want him to know that that we're pulling for him.
Yeah, and if he hopefully he does pull through, and we'll have him on the show when he's ready and recovered, and my 25-year-old survived cancer, so I know what it's like to see somebody go through that, especially a loved one. So, but, all the best to him. When we're done with the show, I will throw his YouTube channel down below, and maybe you guys can go check out some of the videos. Really entertaining guy and speaks his mind, and it's hard to find nowadays. And speaking of people speaking their mind, I want to bring in Alex from Geeks and Flixs. And what is going on, my friend?
Hey, what's up, man? What
up?
I
know you're excited for this one. Nirvana.
Yes, Nirvana.
Yes. How did you first come to Nirvana?
Man, this came out, what, 91?
91.
At the time, my uncle used to buy a lot of records. So, and it's funny because Nirvana Nevermind was not the first album I listened to. It was the Incesticide, which was like the side B tracks or whatever it was, with Sliver. I think it was like one of the hit songs with Sliver in it. And then it was Bleach, and then Nevermind, because he used to collect, that album, the Incesticide album. So I listened to that one first, and I was like, man, this sounds pretty good. And then he goes, we're going to Tile Records. And I was like, for what? He goes, I got to pick up their new album. And then that's when it was Nevermind dropped. And then from there, I just pretty much liked that whole grunge scene. Like I was like, man, I grew up with that era. pretty much. Because I mean, you had 80s, but you had her bands like, you know, you got your Kiss, your Dawkins, and your, you know, Quiet Riot, and your Rat, you know, all those bands. So, but I never grew up in that because I was young. I was born in 83, so I never grew up with that rock scene. Even if maybe I was older, I think I would have been more rock going up. But 90s is pretty much my era. When it comes to rock music, is that whole thing. Stone Temple Pilots, Next for the Dog, which is Pearl Jam and Soundgarden. Then you got Soundgarden. Then you have the, you know, you got your Metallicas, but Metallica is more, you know, 80s because they were like 16 performing. So, I mean, you have a lot of bands that grew up, you know, Butthole Surfers, which I don't know if a lot of people heard Butthole Surfers.
Oh, yeah.
Butthole Surfers, right? You have Cake, right? I'm Going the Distance. That was another one-hit wonder band. So, like, you have so many bands that spawned from this little molecule of rock, spawned a lot, right? But yeah, I love Nirvana. So, and again, I'm a big Foo Fighter fan because of Nirvana. I mean, duh, because the drummer is the lead singer of Foo Fighter. So, but other than that, I mean, yeah, Nirvana it's a great. And I listened to the album. It's weird because I listened to the album today while driving my kids around for this show because I haven't listened to that Nevermind album in ages. And I was like, let me put it on.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Triborough, how did you come to Nirvana? How did you get to Nirvana?
See, I grew up like in the 80s. Yeah, like just growing up in the 80s and 90s with MTV. Like I watched a lot of MTV. And I remember seeing the video for Smells Like Teen Spirit. And then I wasn't a fan of them yet. Like I knew like the rock bands that they MTV were playing, and then like actually watching the Unplugged for Nirvana and seeing how like that was like in a different setting. They had like candles lit. You had Kurt wearing the cardigan sweater, and they were doing everything like acoustic basically. So when I'm watching that and I'm seeing you know, him perform Something in the Way, that I think that song is what really like, because it was very different from the other stuff on the album, you know, on the Nevermind album. And I remember watching Unplugged, and they had like other hip hop artists on that show as well. But I remember the Nirvana one because I was like such a big thing. And then when I used to buy magazines, like, you know, Rolling Stone magazine, The Source, I had actually bought the High Times magazine. High Times magazine was dedicated to cannabis culture. And I had bought the when Kurt had passed away, they had like the tribute issue, and I bought the High Times tribute issue for Kurt, and you know, he was on the cover and he had like green, he had like the green eyes, and we had like a green shirt on or whatever. And I slowly got into their music because I mean I was huge into like everything else, and then like the rock thing was huge, and we seen Pearl Jam and Sonic Youth and, you know, Stone Temple Pilots. They were huge, you know, during that time. And you know, Rage Against the Machine, that was like one of the groups that I started to get into. But it was like way later. I remember when he died. I remember seeing the MTV clip on the news for like, that was like all over the news when he passed away. And that was like a huge thing. I'm just starting to get into their music, and then you know, he passes away. But it was like way later into like the 2000s when I started playing Guitar Hero and Rock Band, and they were like licensing a lot of their songs for those games. That's when I got into their discography, and I went back and listened to Bleach and listened to Nevermind and Utero, you know, Incesticide. So I got into their catalog because of Guitar Hero and Rock Band. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I remember everything that happened during that time, and you know, seeing a lot of their old tours. They had one in Seattle, you know, like at the end of the show, like they had broke up like the guitars and all that on stage, and so I had to like really do my homework and go through their catalog like years later. But I remember I was there for when Teen Spirit blew up and the MTV Unplugged and all that.
Yeah, my for me, my older brother got me into it. I was always R&B and hip hop. So, you know, like my older brother is the one that introduced me to Soundgarden, the Butthole Surfers. And I only knew about them because they were in a movie that I watched, a mockumentary. It was called Fear the Black Hat. And that was one they were on that talking about, things like that. So maybe it was CB4. I don't remember which one. It was one of those two movies.
CB4 was the one with Chris Rock.
Yeah. And, my brother got me into it because I remember one day I heard not Teen Spirit. I heard Something in the Way. And it was, to me, my ears were just like, that's such a beautiful melody. Who is singing that? And he's like, this is Nirvana. What do you mean who's singing this? And I'm like, I don't know this shit. You acting like I know this. And I wasn't really into that rock culture, any part of it. So he's the one that really introduced me to Nirvana. And that's what got me, after seeing Unplugged and how dark, and I thought all the songs that he was performing on Unplugged were his, to come to find out that some of them he was just doing covers. So I just thought he has such a beautiful voice. Like, I was like, okay, I got to listen to the rest of this. Like, I got to find it. And that's when I started getting into Bleach and then Nevermind. And Nevermind is probably still one of my better albums for them. Bleach was a little too dark for me at that time. And and he was very subliminal, but straight up at the same time. So it was kind of like Nevermind was a little bit more clearer, whereas Bleach was just real dark and gritty. And I was just kind of like, maybe I'll leave that album alone. But so Nevermind was definitely one of my favorites.
Well, Nevermind was more commercial.
Yes, it was clean.
Yeah, it's a very commercial thing, and that's what blew them up. I mean, they were big in the underground scene.
Yes,
but once it's weird because once you see the documentaries and everything, and they all talk about it. Once they got Dave Grohl behind the drum set, Kurt Cobain knew they were going to go because they were missing that drummer, and he was the drummer they were missing. And once they got Dave Grohl on board, everything just took off. So yes, and what Triborough said is actually pretty true. A lot of people, and again, if you didn't grow around the 90s, MTV was very big on trying to promote as much rock as possible, because next thing you know, you had the R&B and the rap that started to take over like heavy on MTV. You're like, damn, what the hell happened to rock? I mean, there was to a point that I was like, bro, there's like a rock category? Like, it was just straight up. I mean, and I'm being honest. Isn't that
you're right. You're right.
You're watching MTV shows and they're like best rock, and I'm like, I never even heard of this fucking person. Like, how is this rock? Like, so I was like, okay, so you started to see the generations and the changes starting to come. But Triborough was right. Once MTV did the unplug and people got to see the talents that were through the generational thing, I mean, I think that opened up a lot of doors. Stone Temple Pilots. I mean, if you ask me what was the greatest MTV unplugs within that thing, was Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilot, Alice in Chains.
Yes, they tore it down.
Yeah, you had Kiss, you had LL Cool J, you had I mean, but then later on, people were like, "Oh, Mariah Carey." But I was like, that shit was later down. That was not one of the originals.
Late.
Because I was like, that started to come once it started to become popular due to the rock guys.
Yes,
that's when they started adding more rock. The rap artists and the R&B artists, like Mary J. Blige. I think she did one. She was really good at it when she did it. But when I remember, like the highlights is everyone will always remember Nirvana because it looked like a funeral. Like he was singing it looked like he was singing his own funeral. Like if you really look at the whole creepy, candle lits, because other than that, everyone else didn't have candles and everyone had like bizarre chairs they were sitting on, and like Pearl Jam was rocking on stools, and so I don't know. I felt like in terms of the Nirvana thing, they did change the music, if you want to say they did, but that Nevermind album to this day is one of the best sounding albums I think I ever heard. It's super clean, and you can never recreate that sound. It doesn't matter what band you want to say, but that Nirvana Nevermind album had a specific sound you can never recreate at all.
Right.
So yeah.
And when the original album came out, it was only 12 tracks, and Kurt Cobain
and a bonus track.
Yeah.
Yes, but that bonus track was not on the original press.
Right.
It was added on.
No. On the original Nevermind, you got to continue playing the song.
It's a hidden track.
Oh,
it was hidden track. It's a hidden track called Endless something.
Endless something. Yeah.
Yes.
Endless
there you go. Endless Death. That one. So
that one's dark.
Yes, but if you play the track, I remember I was like, what the hell? And it just numbers are going up. And then all of a sudden you just hear the noise come in, and then but yeah, in the original press, it was just a hidden track.
It was a hidden track.
Yes.
Because on the second press they made it number 13.
There was no number 13. Your number 13 was hidden in the thing. It just kept playing.
On the original press.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's what it was.
It's the B-side to Come As You Are. On the Come As You Are single, that's the B-side to it.
Yes. Yeah. And if it's funny, because I think it's Breed in the song Breed on the original press, you could use I don't know if nowadays they don't have it no more.
Right.
But back then when it was CD or vinyl, you had balance right, balance left. You know how you listen to whatever. During the Breed, during the when he screams, goes, yeah, then it goes right into the do 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 do, and you hear noises and everything. If you balance to the right, there's different noises. If you go to the left, it goes into another side of distortion and everything. But it's pretty cool because you balance it and it sounds different going across.
Hey, that's crazy.
And then you put it back to the middle, it sounds like they blended it very well. So it's a really cool like tricks they used to do with vinyls, but Nirvana had a lot of them, like a lot of hidden tricks within the album. I mean, now you can't do it much, but because of streaming and all that.
Brother Todd said another thing about Dave drumming is he took heavy influence from disco.
Oh yeah. That intro to Smell Like Teen Spirit, I believe Dave Grohl said that was a disco beat. The batum. So I was like, oh, okay.
I know. First song on the track Smells Like Teen Spirit. Oh my god, that video too was just so simple yet like entertaining.
Well, not even simple. It was very. It's weird to say, but it was very Beat It. Michael Jackson Beat It. Like it was just it was like you didn't know that it was gonna be an influential video, like historically. Until you, because that joint looked like it was shot in a gym, and they were like, "All right, warehouse, destroy the shit out of this towards the end." And they were like,
"Machines."
So it just looked horrible. But at the end of the day, I mean, it pretty much worked. And then if you look at the video for "Come As You Are," it was just more bizarre. He was swinging on the chandelier lights and singing, or that is In Bloom. It was one of those videos, and I was just like, "What the hell is this guy doing?"
In Bloom was the one that took like the old 50s TV
show.
Oh, yes, that's the one. Yeah. So Come As You Are is the one that he's swinging on the thing with the gun in the water and like he's floating in water. Yeah, so like it's weird.
Yeah, but music videos back then were everything. Like, and I remember, when I learned how to record on the VCR. Yes, people, we had VCRs that could record before TiVo and DVR and all that, and before streaming. We had to actually sit there with the remote and wait. And when your favorite video came on, you would just unclick that pause button and the VCR would start recording. And that's how we got our music videos. That's how we got our music. And I would love to be the first to go into school and be like, yo, did you see the new Bush video? Did you see the new Run DMC video? Did you, so it was something that as kids and as teenagers growing up, MTV was such a huge impact. And VH1, and like you said, Alex, you had a good point earlier. There was a point where MTV was just like rock, the rock was really fading out, and VH1 really picked up the slack for that rock because they had the pop-up videos they were doing. So every time they would show the music video, they'd have those little pop-ups of, they recorded this in this location.
Yeah.
Did you know? And that was how we got that back in the days. We didn't have all that Google search shit. And that's how we learned facts back then, was watching those pop-up videos. So it was just crazy how we used to consume and get our music compared to now. You just pick up a phone and if you can't find it on a streaming service, you find it on YouTube.
Well, I mean, you said it right. I mean, back then you had to go to like Tower Records, and then you got to find all these like weird side Bs and Japanese imports and all this stuff. Where nowadays you could just put Nirvana and you got almost all their tracks from all over the place, live editions, EPs, and it's like, stuff never been heard, and it's like, wow, this is crazy. Yeah, generational. It's crazy how that happened. And it's funny. I think it was Prince. I believe it was Prince. I mean, Triborough would know more than I would do, but I think Prince was the one that said this, the streaming was going to kill record sales. And he was against it heavily. He told Steve Jobs, like, hell no, like, do not do this. And, Apple's was like, we're going to do it anyway.
Because he would put like he would make like full albums and then put it to his artist, to his website, so that you're getting it directly from the artist, which is what they do now, the artist direct. So Crystal Ball and Emancipation, that was all through him.
So like, you're right, the way music now is consumed, absolutely. But Kurt Cobain, I gotta say, out of all the singers from that generation, Kurt Cobain has one of the most unique voices. I mean, they all have them. Eddie Vedder had his own unique voice, right? You had Lane Staley from Alice in Chains had his unique voice. Chris Cornell had his beautiful blues voice. But if you look at the Mount Rushmore of grunge, you have Chris Cornell, Lane Staley, Kurt Cobain, and Eddie Vedder. Those are the four, right? 3 out of the 4 they all did, except Eddie Vedder. So everyone's like, wrap him in a bubble, like do not even. But if you look at Kurt Cobain, his gift, while he's not, you're not gonna say he's the greatest guitar player ever, no, but he's a great lyricist. And he was a great composer, meaning, arranging the music, but his voice was so raspy and so different. Like, and it's crazy because if you listen to his live stuff, you're like, holy crap, he sounds just like the CD. Like, you're like him yelling and screaming. So I give kudos, because honestly, it's very rare to see a musician singing and they sound like a CD. Like, sometimes you go to these live concerts, and you guys try, Burrow, if you go to live concerts and you watch them, they don't sound like the CD. You're like, bro, this dude sounds like shit. Like Red Hot Chili Peppers. You watch Red Hot Chili Peppers live, he does not even sound 1 ounce of what he sounds like in the CD. Like,
really?
Oh, yeah. Anthony Kiedis? Bro, I'm telling you right now, everyone, after this stream, put Red Hot Chili Peppers live. And you're going to go, ooh, this is not even, you'll be like, this is not good. Musically, amazing. Lyrically, you're like, oof. It's like, oh, this is really bad. But, I mean, Nirvana, that one album, I mean, listening to it on the car brought back a lot of memories.
Yes.
And the songs were amazing. I was like, wow. I didn't know how many tracks that I was saying, bro, like I already knew the lyrics to almost all of them, which my wife was like, what the hell? I was like, bro, I knew all these lyrics. And the way he arranged the music was dope, right? You have Smell Like Teen Spirit, In Bloom, into Come As You Are. So you have your number 1 hit, then your second hit, then your third hit, then it's slow, right? And then it goes into Lithium, which is another huge, awesome song. Lithium is such a crazy song. Then it goes into like Polly, Breathe. Then you got, Territory Pistons, which is one of my favorite songs from the album. Lounge Jack is another great song on the album. You got On a Plane, which is amazing, right? Something in the Way. And it's crazy about this because I told my wife when I saw that Batman movie and they played Something in the Way, I told my wife, Nirvana sales are gonna go through the roof. Damn, girl was like, what is these royalties coming from? He's like, whoa, I haven't seen an up and tick in Nirvana in a while. He's gonna be like, holy moly.
I'll tell you, on that particular movie, when that song comes on, they really enhanced that surround sound My whole entire living room was just shaking when that part, whenever they play that song, which is what, 15 times in Batman.
Yeah.
It just shook my entire house. My living room was just, you felt every word. And I said the same thing. I looked at my wife. I said, Nirvana's back. Like, if the newer generation doesn't know who Nirvana is, that's bringing them back.
Now, I don't know if that track was Kurt singing. I don't know if it was some like a cover.
No, it was they paid the royalties for it. It is that track.
Because this is the second Nirvana song that was played in the movie. You have Something in the Way, which I guess it is Kurt Cobain singing and maybe rearranged. They just took his what is it called? The stem of his vocals and then redid the music and then just added him in it. But the second one, which I thought was creative, it sounded amazing. I don't know if you guys heard it, but on Black Widow, they play Smell Like Teen Spirit, and it's not even Smell Like Teen Spirit Nirvana version. It's a girl singing it, and it's super slow. And I'm like, bro, this version is dope. It's the beginning of the movie when she gets as Natasha's a little girl, and you seeing them in the red room. And you hear it's like a weird, quirky version of Smell Like Teen Spirit. And it worked. I was like, this is amazing. And I was like, so I'm like, Nirvana's getting mad money right now. But yeah, I mean, Kurt, Something in the Way is really good. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with Todd and Justin. It probably is very underrated based on a true story. But yeah, it's crazy. And even the lyrics, when you hear them, I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah, but did you hear the is it in Unural? No, it's in Incesticide. In Incesticide, they redid Polly faster.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's how it's acoustic. Yeah. It was acoustic in Nevermind, and then they did the faster version, like a punk version of Polly.
Right.
I
prefer the acoustic version. It sounds more heartfelt, but the other way is actually pretty cool too. Breathe is a good one too. I like Breathe.
Yeah,
Breathe is
a good one. And I like Drain You.
Drain You is a good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you listen to the album just to get like that vibe back for the show?
Oh yeah. That's always been my favorite. Yeah, that's always been my favorite Nirvana album because they had like they had songs from this album in Rock Band. Like Drain You was on Rock Band 2, and they had In Bloom on Rock Band 1. And then later they released like a download pack with Lithium and other songs. Polly was a part of that download pack for the game. So yeah, like this was always been like my favorite Nirvana album. And like for Something in the Way, like you notice on that song, like there's minimal lyrics because Kurt is like saying the same lyrics over, and then like, he's doing the actual hook twice before he goes into the lyrics again.
Yeah, that was actually
but yeah, it's a classic album, definitely.
That song was actually supposed to be a lot. They were trying to find a beat, and that's why it's just mainly acoustic, because they were trying to find like something that would go with the song, and Kurt said it ain't working. The band just couldn't get that Nirvana sound, so that's why they went to just basically acoustic and a little bit of instrument here and there. But that's personally my favorite song on that album, and it's just how he's singing it, like how it sounds and how clean it is, which again is another thing that Kurt hated, how clean this album sounded, because he felt like they were getting away from Bleach. They were getting away from who they were. So that, I know his death was years later, but I kind of wonder if that's part of the reason why, because they blew up on Nevermind versus Bleach, that he kind of felt like he just wanted that regular life back, that he didn't want to do it anymore. The fame wasn't what he thought it was. And again, to him, he had to sell his soul by going commercial to get that fame. And I think he tried to do it with Bleach, and they just couldn't cross that threshold. You know, like you said, Alex, they were very big in the underground, very big. You know, it's same situation for Cannabis. Cannabis was huge in the underground when it came to rap, and then came out with the album and he let us all down. So it, you know, the fame is not always what you think it is. So, you know, I'm kind of wondering if that contributed to him just wanting that regular life, because after a while, it's just, I don't think he liked this album as far as it feeling like it was his, which it's Kurt Cobain lyrics all over the place. So I don't understand. And how he used to write music, taking pieces of his poetry that he would write and just put them in a song. That's amazing to me. A lot of artists don't take that kind of care to do that anymore. You know, when I used to write lyrics, it was just a verse and I just had a concept. He was just taking pieces of his poems and boom. I used to have those Converses when they came out, the Nirvana editions with just pieces of paper all over them with his lyrics and his handwriting just written on it. And then I gave it to my little brother. So I didn't know that I would want them years later and now I can't have them, you know?
Right.
So,
I mean, when it comes to Bleach, Nevermind, I mean, again, I'm not going to go into his mindset because I don't know what, if he's really angry due to, but I mean, he had to know he had to change if he wanted to become famous. I mean, but again, once they got Dave Grohl, everything changed because I felt like in Uteral, because it's very underrated album. I know we're talking Nevermind, but it's a very underrated album because it's just like Bleach. It's just, it doesn't have a lot of popular music in it. Like you had Heart Shaped Box, sure. You had Dumb, sure. Like I like those songs. It was very dark, right? Rate Me was another one that was like all over the place, that song. So, but at the end of the day, is it going to be a commercial hit? No, every band doesn't have, I mean, maybe they do, but not many bands out there will have successfully big hits after a big success. Look at Linkin Park. They had that Hybrid Theory. Then they went into another album, and the other album didn't sound like this, like Hybrid Theory, that made them famous all over the place, right? So, like, I know for a fact that he just couldn't. I don't think he didn't like Nevermind. I just think he didn't like the fact that he had to play the same freaking songs over and over. I think he just got tired of playing "Smell Like Teen Spirit" 20,000 times. And it just happens. A lot of people happens. And like I was telling you offline, he looked like he just wanted to retire, have a ranch, and get the hell away from the limelight. I believe so. And I think to the fact that if he did, great. There's a lot of people that walk away from music. And some people don't. Some people love the limelight. Courtney Love loves the fucking limelight. And the only reason she's not on the limelight anymore is because her band stunk. So I mean, Ho was okay, but the only reason Ho was where it was at, it was because she was with Kurt Cobain and she was doing bonkers stuff on stage. She was playing live concerts with her tits out. Like, okay, so she was doing stuff to be on the headline. But honestly, other than that, I bet you in any generation you ask them, name me a few songs from Ho, people be like, I don't know.
But I will say that I feel like the third whole album, Celebrity Skin, was a good album. But after that, it's like, what's after that one? You know, like not too many people, unless you're a diehard Hole fan, or not too many people know anything after the third album, though.
Right. Okay, but the problem was, it was that she sounded just like Kurt, but a female version of Kurt. Right, and she looked like Kurt, too, because she had the blonde hair, short up to here. And I'm like, you're doing the same shit your husband does. Like, you're not doing anything different to distinguish yourself different. Like, so for me, she did it to herself. Now, we'll talk later about the whole Kurt Cobain. And I mean, the whole because Kurt Cobain, that whole Dave Grohl versus Courtney Love, that has all to do with the Nirvana Nevermind money and everything. And again, if you look at it, he died with $50 million he was worth.
Yeah.
Now he's estimated at 450 million because because of Nevermind. I was looking at it while we were talking. Nevermind sold 30 million units. Like that's bonkers. 30 million copies worldwide. 13 times platinum. I mean, there's nothing you can say. I mean, that is ridiculous. I mean, I know Rihanna has the most. I think it's Rihanna has the most of that. But it doesn't matter. As a rock album, 30 million copies. I mean, that's crazy. I think it's diamond if you look at it too. There's like diamonds all over the place. How those record things work. But the album
is that to date? Is that to date?
This one is 30 million copies worldwide, establishing it's one of the best-selling albums of all time. Released in 1991, it is certified 13 times platinum by the RIAA in 2024 for over 13 million units sold in the U.S. alone.
So that's probably the vinyl, the CD, the tape,
the sales, anniversaries, and all that crap all into one. I mean, at the end of the day, the album still sells. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Good for it. I mean, it's still an influential. If you're a musician and you're learning how to play any instrument, Nevermind should be one of those on top of your list. It's simple to play, and it's fun to play. At the end of the day, whether you want to sing or you want to play and sing, is super simple to learn both techniques at the same time. Even drumming, technical stuff, but still easy to play. A lot of bands took influences from Nirvana. I feel like Puddle of Mud was very influential. Yeah, Puddle of Mud was. Yeah, they were all right. He sounded and looked like him. Robert Downey Jr.'s son. I don't know which one it is. One of his sons play rock and roll. Sounds pretty good. I forgot the name of the band. He was really good, but he looks just like Kurt Cobain. Really? He has the long mushroom haircut. He has the cardigan sweater when he's performing. He's stuck in the 90s. I'm like, brother, it's 2020. Like you got to get out of that, brother. Yeah, but he's he's really good. I forgot the name of the band. But again, they always influenced musicians and stuff like that.
Everybody always takes influence from somebody, whether it's a horrible artist or a really popular artist. Mm-hmm. You know, there's always going to be some kind of influence somewhere. So I just really feel like it's crazy. That's a lot. 13 times platinum from a 1991 album, and it still gets a lot of love today. A lot. Like I said, I was listening to it today too, all day at work, and I'm just like, why haven't I listened to this album in the past 15 years? You know, it's just like one of those. I was even playing it in the car on the way home, and I'm just like, all the, you know, when the bass was hitting and the drums were kicking, I felt everything, and I'm just like, the power of the songs that were in there is just crazy. I love it. I got to go back to the other albums as well. You know, again, Bleach, I know Bleach is dark, but I'm going to try the other one too and, you know, get back into it. But that's a lot of albums.
The name of his son's group is The Dose.
The Dose.
Indio Inc. to The Dose. Yeah, that's the name of the band name.
Yeah. If you have a chance to check out one of their songs, you're gonna be like, damn, he does sound like they just came out of I mean, it's cool when, you know, it was weird because like when they did the Nirvana get together, they performed again after all these years. It was like the bass player Dave Grohl. I was praying for them to get the Robert Downey Jr.'s son to play with them because he looked just like Kurt. I was like, bro, people will be bummed, but they got Post Malone in Saturday Night Live. I was like, oh my god. I like it was a dumb thing to do, but I was like, whatever. He sounded good. It was all right. But I don't know. I just think like in terms of Nevermind and I just think they were at the right place at the right time. I always believe that. I think they dropped it on the right time. They changed. I remember people rocking all these weird flannels and all that crap because of it. And honestly, I think that was cool. Look, I loved growing up in that generation. I mean, I learned to play this music, so it was fun growing up playing it. I liked it. Listening to it is cool, bro. Like I said, I was rocking it in my Suburban, and I'm like, I had it cranked. It was coming out the window. I was picking up my daughter from school, and listening to people like looking, and then one guy was like, "Dope song." I was like, "Yes, I know."
Yeah, we know.
I know. But and it's cool, right? And then you had Weird Al Yankovic doing his version of Smell Like Teen Spirit, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah, I've always loved Al. He's always had some of just the greatest parodies when it came to music.
You ever heard the story? I think Dave Grohl told the story when they found out that he was gonna do Nirvana Smell Like Teen Spirit, and they called Kurt. They called Kurt to let him know that Weird Al wants to use his song.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh my God." He said, "Hell yeah." He was like, "Take it and do what you want to do." Like, it's like a privilege, like to be aware. And they did it. And he loved it.
Yeah. That actually blew up Madonna. Weird Al Yankovic back in the 80s redid a Madonna song, and it blew her up even more than what she was already coming. So anytime that Weird Al wanted to do it, most artists were like, yeah, the only one that was never cool was Coolio. And that's because his producers lied to him and said, no, Coolio said it was cool for you to use the sample. And Coolio thought it was just such a powerful song. He didn't want it to be mocked and mimicked. And unfortunately, it was too late. And it got out, because Amish Paradise to me is hilarious.
It's funny, but I kind of understand it from Coolio's point of view. Like it does send it's a message. So I was like, I totally understood. I mean, if they did that to him, it's kind of messed up, because that was really wrong.
And there was an interview that he did that Weird Al said that he was scared. Like when he went to the music awards, he was scared because Coolio was there, and he thought that Coolio was gonna, and he was like, yo, my producers told me I had permission. I didn't know, like I would have never have done it. And, Coolio let it slide, but, he got a lot of the royalties from that song because, Coolio was like, that was a real song from my heart. Like, that's what I grew up, you know what I mean? Like and you just mocked it and made fun of it. So he was really scared, though, going to MTV Awards and VH1 Awards. He was scared.
I don't blame him, but it would be kind of funny if he got popped off. Like,
imagine Weird Al just coming up with these gangsters and shit.
Oh man, that would have been freaking funny. But Kurt Cobain loved the whole thing because he likes that type of music. So he enjoyed the Weird Al stuff.
Buddy Todd said that he actually fired his producer for that.
Well, I would have fired his ass.
Oh yeah, I would have beat the shit out of him. Like, you almost got me beat up by a bunch of gangsters.
We got shot.
I would have been like, I'd have called my 2-time national champion boy, like, yo, go get him.
Yeah, like, that would have been so freaking.
You know who you are. I won't mention any names, Todd. Do you have any songs on there that particularly, like, are your favorite, Alex? Like, what's the one? And then give me your top 5 favorite songs on that album.
Nevermind album? Let me see. My favorite song would be Lithium.
Lithium?
That's my joint. Yeah. I think that's the one that you get the best of both worlds, meaning musically, lyrically. I mean, he has that one sentence that really makes you wonder, like, what the hell? Like when he says, light my candles the day I am gone. And it goes right into the chorus. Yeah. But if you really listen, those lyrics are really rough. Like that one right there, like, light the candles the day I'm like, bro, that is like so deep. My top 5 would be Smell Like Teen Spirit, Lounge Jack, Territory Pistons, Breed, Something in the Way. Those are my go-to from that album. I mean, they're all great, but those are mine. Those are it.
Bro, you got a top 5 on that album?
Top 5: Smells Like Teen Spirit, Something in the Way, Come As You Are, In Bloom, Lithium, and I would put Polly. I do like the acoustic version for Polly. I think that was good.
Yeah, but like I said, Polly's a crazy fucked up story. And that's based on a real thing. I'm looking at the lyrics right now. I mean, sometimes I'd be wondering, like, what do they really mean? Like when you sit back and look at a lyric and you're like, okay, like Smells Like Teen Spirit, we get what that's about, but then you get like these weird songs where like fate, I died in my aunt's muff. You know what I mean? You're like, wait, what? It just like catches you off guard real quick. For me though, it would be Breed. It would be number 5. Drain You. Smells Like Teen Spirit. I also like Lounge Act. I actually like that a lot. And then Something in the Way is my favorite. That it's just something about the way that song sounds. That's my joint right there. What did you ever pick up I know they have a deluxe version where it's like,
I have the box with all 3 of them in the face.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I have that one. Yeah. I didn't open it, but I have it.
You like, I was about to say, they do have it on streaming. I love the live performances on it.
Well, I have the CD. I have Blu-rays of them in Seattle, like Triborough said, and there was another one that they released that was like professionally done. And they were somewhere else. I have those.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was funny because there's one that they were playing overseas, and they told them that they can't play live, that they have to play lip singing. And that's something you don't tell Kurt Cobain in them. So they were like, okay, sure. So what he did was he was just strumming whatever, and he was singing any lyric he wanted. Like, he didn't sing Smell Like Teen Spirit. Like, he was just like, I went to the store and I went to do, and it was hilarious. Like, it's on, like, you can find it on YouTube. Like, the music was all them doing stupid shit. One of them was not playing the bass. He was just throwing it while the music is playing. Dave Grohl is hitting any other drumming, and this dude, Kurt Cobain, was singing random lyrics.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's one thing. Dave always said that you don't tell Kurt. Like,
yeah, I heard the same thing.
You tell him lip sing, he's gonna destroy you live. He's gonna be like, okay, fine. Yeah. And I think he threw the guitar into the crowd too. Yeah. He's just like, here you go, while it was just performing. But yeah, that was crazy performances. SNL was my favorite ones of theirs performing live.
Mm-hmm.
I thought those were really good. The one from MTV was really good too when they performed Heart-Shaped Box. I believe they performed that one live with the big lady with the wings. I think it was like one of his final performances live there. That was really good. Yeah, I mean, I liked them. They were a 3-piece band, and it tells you the power of 3-piece. You know, the Beatles had like 5, I believe, and then you had like other bands that have more people.
Yeah,
but this is the power of 3 dudes: one guitarist, one vocalist, one bass player, one drummer. That's it.
Yeah, and
they changed the rocking, you know, the whole rock thing. And you want to hear something crazy? The producer of Nevermind was Butch, and people don't know who Butch is. Butch is the guitar player for the Garbage. The band Garbage. I'm only happy from a ring. He's the guitar player from that band, and he was the producer of
it
of Nevermind. Yeah, Butch.
No shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah,
you learn something new every day, ladies and gentlemen.
And if you notice, I know Triborough is gonna be like, oh hell yeah! If you ever get to see Sound City, that is Dave Grohl's documentary on Sound City. He brought the mixing board that did Nevermind. The whole mixing board. Like, this dude, they call him up and they said, we're selling the thing. And you see the documentary on every band that performed on that mixing board.
Wow.
And he brought the entire thing and they took it to his house and he installed it. And everybody signed it. Like, all the artists used to sign on the board. So he had Tom Petty came and signed it because he performed on it. So a lot of band people. So like Dave Grohl has a piece of history that I know he's never gonna give up. And Wasted Light, Foo Fighters' Wasted Light was with that mixing board. That's why that album to me is one of the best sounding albums.
That's my favorite one. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, it is. But Nevermind sounded amazing because Dave Grohl said in that, and he talked about it in the documentary. That room and that mixing board is what gave him that sound. He does not know how. And he does not know how, but
I think if you tried today to recreate it,
you can't.
It just won't have that same sound. Everything is way too clean now. Everything has to be, and sometimes that's why I still have my small batch of CDs, because even on when I'm streaming it in the car or I put in it, yes, I still have a CD player and a cassette tape in my car. It just sounds different. The CD is louder. The CD is more clean.
CD's better, yeah.
It just always felt better for me. So I absolutely love it. And I'm actually going to track this down and buy the CD, but not the remastered version. I want like the original joint because I know listening to streaming, it didn't have that same feeling as I did when I was listening to it with my brother, my older brother, listening to it for the first time. And I remember he had like these tower speakers and it just was like so loud. And then when I brought it home and I put it in, I had the little Avara boombox. Remember
the Iowa boombox.
Yeah, and you had the speakers would come off of them, and you could put them on, acting like you had a big stereo system.
The portable joint.
And it just did not sound the same.
Right.
Did not sound the same. You need those big tower speakers to get that raw feeling back. And I missed it. I so wish that music was still available like that and not on streaming. I know it sounds selfish, but I feel like artists actually had to make music that you wanted to buy, not just I dropped an album.
Right.
Well, it's the generation that we're in, right?
Yeah, I know.
Everything is consumed. Everything is consumed faster than when we were younger. I mean, artists had years to put albums together. Now the turnaround time is like, I mean, the technology right now, you could make an album at home by yourself. Whereas back then you couldn't. Like, so I don't mind it. In the flip side, sure, it is what it is. But if you want to hear the originals, sure, you could track down those original CDs. I mean, I bet you could find them, but they might be super expensive.
Yeah. I know.
But I didn't mind it. I was listening to it on the car. And I believe Nevermind was in Dolby Atmos, and I was like, brother, this thing sounded like they cleaned it up. I get it, and I did agree because like I did kind of miss because I was like, oh man, after On a Plane, and it was like, yeah, it goes in, and I'm like, oh, is it gonna continue playing into the hidden track? But no, the hidden track just came up. I was like, that kind of stuff. And my wife was like, what's wrong? I was like, I remember waiting like minutes and waiting, but
it's not on streaming.
But I did, again, at the end of the day, it's a great sounding. I mean, I was listening to it. I was like, oh, man, this sounded so good. And then it brought me, like I said, back a lot of MTV, VH1 stuff. So, and then the whole deaf thing. I'll tell you this. When the deaf thing happened, I would never forget it. I was going to work because I used to, like, I started to work at Tower Records. Mm-hmm. And when I was going to work, I saw everyone looking at the TV. Like when you watch an alien invasion movie, you know, when everyone looks up. So, so when we were in Tower Records, they had TVs everywhere, like on the thing. And I would never forget that Kurt Loder came out. Bam, bam, bam. It was like MTV News. Bam, bam, bam. They were like breaking news. The lead singer of Nirvana died at the age of whatever. And I was like, what? And then everyone on the frenzy trying to buy CDs and shit like that. Because, you know, back then, if someone dies, everyone's buying every freaking thing on the man. And I was just like, bro, I was hurt for like a while. Yeah. And I have his journal. I have it in my book stuff. But it's weird, right? Because it's 2 years later. They were 1991, the first album dropped. Then 3 years later, he, you know, whether he murdered himself or he killed himself, whatever it is, right? It's very like, holy crap. Like it puts you back into perspective of humans, right? Yeah. Like you're like, holy crap. Like you don't want to wish that upon nobody. But yeah, it's crazy though. I remember that. I'm like, bro, I would never forget that day when that happened. And then, you know, Chris Cornell and that Chester Bennington, the dude from Linkin Park, that shit was like all within months apart. I was like, Jesus.
It's crazy.
The musicians, I mean, to me, it hits hard with musicians. When it's actors, when that's like in 80s and 90 years old, I'm like, you know, you lived a long life.
Yeah.
I'm like, you lived a great life. I mean, it's sad. Yeah. But I mean, you got the ones that will hurt your heart, right? You got the Robin Williams, to me, hurt my heart. Yeah, you know, Stallone will hurt my heart, and Arnold Schwarzenegger whenever they go. Chuck Norris, I was like, but I didn't watch your movies that much. so it won't hit. But Kurt Cobain, yeah, and Taylor Hawkins, that destroyed me because I watched them perform like 2 years back, and then this happened. I was like, bro, so, and that was on the 25-year anniversary of Foo Fighters that he passed during that whole tour that they were going to kick off, a world tour for their 25 years. So, you know, and there was one thing TV 13 you said, Dave Grohl won't sign anything. That is so true. And people get pissed off at him. He was in Manhattan. I forgot when it was, like a few months ago. And my wife was like, yo, Kurt Cobain. Dave Grohl is down here. And I was like, bro, like, really? And I was going to jump in my car, leave my kids home. I was like, I'm out. So, and she was like, nah, but she was like, because she was going to work. She works at a hospital. So when she was going to work, she said, what the hell's the commotion? And people were like yelling and all this shit. And I'm like, bro, are you serious? They were like, yeah, it was him. And he's telling people I don't sign. He goes, I only sign for charity.
Yeah.
And he's trying to tell people the nicest way. He's like, I don't sign. Like, and then people are like, oh, it's for my son, it's for my this. And he goes, no, it's not. You're gonna sell it for more money. Like, you know the fans compared to the non-fans. And all these people with and the whole I don't even get me started with the autograph people because I want to punch them in the face every time I see them. That you waiting for them on airports. Like, brother, these dudes want to go home or they want to go to their job. And you guys are annoying this guy. And, you know, and even musicians like that, like he's going right out of the thing into a car, but you're going to block him to say, oh, can you sign? Like, and not even one album. Motherfuckers got like 8,000 albums. And they're like, yo, can you sign this? And then you throw it. I'm like, brother, how you got all these albums to throw in his face? Like, give him one album.
Yeah.
It gets me so mad. That's why I don't blame them when they say I'm not signing nothing. It hurts for people that are real fans that go and see them for the first time and they're like, oh my goo goo gaga. And they're like, to this point, like my wife was like, what would you do if I meet him? I would love to talk to him, but I'll be like, yo, can we just take a photo? I don't need an autograph. A photo to me would mean so much more, me standing next to the fucking guy, than him just scribbling DG on a piece of paper that you know he doesn't give a, that's not his real signature. Like, you know, he's not gonna, you know, but these dudes be wilding him like, yo, you heard this stuff, you kill it for every fan known to man.
Yeah. And like you said, it's like they got like 5 albums in their hand. They're like, hey, sign this to everybody. Sign this for Chris. Sign this for Nick. Sign this for Alex.
Yeah.
It's like, you know,
it's bonkers. Or they have like 20,000 Pop Funko boxes, and they're like, "Oh, can you?" I'm like, bro, come on, like let this dude. It's one autograph, not 20 per person.
Yeah,
like I'm at a point like, yo, just take the photo with the celebrity and let them go. Like, just let them go on their way. Like, I mean, or if they with their kids, I don't even bother. We bumped into a lot of celebrities in Manhattan, me and my wife. And I'm like, I'm not going up to this dude while he's with his kids. Like, what the hell? I mean, you have other people that don't give a fuck. They go up to them. Like, but I'm like, I'm not that type of person.
For me, the only person that I don't care where it is. I don't. We could be in a fucking stall, and if Jay-Z comes next to me, that's it. It's come on. Like, I need your autograph. I want to talk to you. Like, let me. I wouldn't be able to fucking contain myself because Jay he's my idol. He's my dude. He's my favorite. He's my GOAT. He is my whatever. And, you know, I would do that. But anybody else, I could be like, oh, hey, and just keep walking. Anybody else. I don't care if it was LL. I don't care if it was the lead singer of fucking Metallica. I don't care if it was James. I don't care who it is. I can be like, hey, man. And that's it. I wouldn't even get like that if Michael Jackson, and I grew up on that way before Jay-Z. Michael Jackson was that guy. And I would still be like, what's up, Mike?
I don't know. No way.
I'm telling you, Jay
gives you the wink. You can
maybe if I was a kid. If I was a kid, I would have wilded out like, "Oh my God, that's Michael!" And I would have tried to get his autograph. But as an adult,
I don't believe that, Nick. You're gonna be like those girls that faint in those concerts.
Nah, I couldn't.
Trevor knows. He's like, no way. Michael Jackson.
I'm running up to him.
You damn right. Everybody will run up to Michael. Nick is like, yeah. later.
You just gonna say what's up, Mike? That's it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but they have a life. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
get
I
it.
understand.
But if Michael Jackson, he looks at you.
Oh yeah, I'm like,
you're passing out, bro.
What happens if you're in the same? What happens if you happen to be like within the same space as them, like at a store? You're not gonna, you say what's up to them or go with them?
No, I'm gonna say what's up to them. I'm saying, like, as far as like the way that Alex was saying, how these autograph people just like stalk them and beg them, and it just to sell it. They don't like Alex said, it ruins it for the real fans. It ruins it for the people who maybe that once in a lifetime just came, and you're like, oh my God, I've been waiting to meet you since you came out in 89, because that was Bleach's first album, So it was like, I've been waiting to meet you forever. And then I don't sign stuff. And then you're like, wait, what? And it's like, especially if you were like a teenager, it would break your heart.
Right. But
it really would.
For Mike, I might even do the moonwalk in front of him. Like, I
might try to do the Thriller lean and shit without the special shoes on.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's two people that I would go like crazy. It would have been Michael, sure.
Yeah.
But Dave Grohl would be the one that I will like. I would go because he's I have a tattoo of the freaking Foo Fighters on my arm. And that's the dude that made me want to do more music. Like playing it and all that because of him playing and singing. So I was like, it made me want to perform and stuff. But I'm gonna be really honest with you, but I'm not as crazy as these people. Like, if he allows me to sign, sure, I'll be like, oh hell yeah. If he says take a photo, hell yeah. If I could talk to you, even better. I'll be like, oh, we can have a conversation. That to me is golden. Right. But like throwing like 8,000 albums at a dude, like, bro, come on, like, where the hell are you storing all this stuff? Like that, I don't get it. I mean, it kills it for me. But look, in terms of it's funny. Kurt Cobain, they have a video going out somewhere. I forgot what it was, but it was Kurt Cobain and all of them having an interview, and they were like, "Are you guys going to increase ticket prices?" And the ticket prices were like $15 or something.
Yeah,
and they were like, did you see Madonna's ticket prices? And then Kurt Cobain is smoking a cigarette. He was like, what's the ticket price? And they were like $60. And he went, what? He's like, who the hell wants to pay $60 to see Madonna? I was like, bro, these dudes were $15 to $12.
Yeah.
At the time.
Remember when you can get lawn tickets for like $10. Yeah. Well, you couldn't be in the seats. But I'll stay in the lawn if that means I can listen to the band, because I used to do that a lot. I used to get those lawn seats because most of the time people would only go there for that one specific band or that one person. After that one person's done, there may be still half a show and they'll just hand you tickets. That's basically how I got Pit Area and Jay-Z, because when they did the Liquid Sprite tour, 311 went on first. Jay-Z was the closing act. And for The Rock, 311 was the closing act. So after 311, two white boys, they were done. They were like, we don't care about Jay-Z. And they literally saw me with a Jay-Z airbrush shirt on that said, I'm your biggest fan. Yep, I was that geek. And it literally, they were like, hey, do you want these tickets? And I was like, yeah. And that's how I became so close to where Jay, like, I swear he pointed at me. But I just like, as a fan, I was just like, oh my God, like I felt like I could reach out and touch him, but I know I wasn't that close.
Yeah.
But in my head, when I can see the shoelaces, whereas when I was in the lawn area, he was this big. You know what I mean? So it was just something like that. I used to always get lawn tickets, and then I somehow venture my way in to the actual like seating.
Right.
But let me tell you something. Remember when K-Rock was around? 92.3 K-Rock?
Yes.
Yeah. So they did a Foo Fighters came back. They were coming back with their 1x1 album. And they blew up once they did the All My Life song. Because that was the first song that dropped with the clear guitar. He's singing live. I was like, oh my God. Well, K-Rock was doing a live a giveaway. You call the radio station, call 92-800, right? Blah, blah, blah. And you will win their whole entire discography of Foo Fighters, and you'll get 2 tickets to see Foo Fighters, right? So at the time, I wasn't with my wife, I was with my friend, and I went to Ticketmaster. Like, person, back then you get tickets, you gotta go to Ticketmaster. It's not you order on the shit. You gotta wake up at 8 a.m, wait in line, and get your tickets, right? Within certain times, right? So I go, and the minute I went up, and I'm all happy, I go to Yonkers. I'm like, yeah, I'm the only one here in Tower Records in Yonkers in front of Ticketmaster. I'm about to get my Foo Fighter tickets. So me and my friend, at the time, my drummer, we go. And he goes, "Are you happy? I saved all the money." I said, "Bro, I'm excited." Tickets go up on sale, and they sold out. I said, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me, bro?" Left in like 5 minutes because I was on a queue, and the lady's like, ticket. She was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, the tickets are sold out." I think it was Hammerstein Ballroom or some shit like that. And I was just like, I was like, defeated. I was like, oh my god, there was no fucking way. I was like, I will go into there like the last Boy Scouts. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm gonna dress up like a security guard and go up there like a crazy person. I was like, I'm getting into this concert one way or another. So my friend was like, bro, the tickets are sold out. So I said, oh my god, there was no eBay back then. There ain't no second market shit like StubHub or all that bullshit. So I said, oh my god, what am I gonna do? So I'm working at the comic book store, and I'm like, all of a sudden I'm listening to K-Rock, and after Offspring, I forgot what it was like some music playing, and they were like, have your chance to win Foo Fighter tickets for this weekend at the Hammerstein Ballroom. And I said, this is it. I felt like an 80s movie. I was like, this is my way in. Bro, the next day, I will never forget this. It was 9 in the freaking morning. I called. I was like, and back then it was no cell phones. It was like, it was a cell phone, but them shits were big and blocky.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So I'm calling, and it starts to ring. I was like, ding. And I said, okay, I'm gonna flip. So I flipped into a landline because I was like, there's no way, just in case the cell phone drops. Back then, cell service wasn't as good either. It felt like you were in an island. So I called, and it started to go through. And I said, oh my god, am I it? Someone picked up. Yeah. They were like, hello? And I went, am I the 92 caller? And the guy was like, and the guy goes, do you think you are the caller? And I'm like, oh, I better be the caller. And the guy was like, well, you won the tickets to see the Foo Fighters. I was like, oh my god! Oh my god!
That's
so
dope.
The guy goes, I'm gonna put you on hold. We're gonna record you, but remember not to swear because you're gonna be live and whatever.
Yeah.
I said, all right, man. Oh my god. I was like, guys, I want to do it. So my friends are in the back comic book store. So I'm like, oh my god, I won. And dudes are like, oh, what the hell's wrong with you? The minute the dude goes, hey, we're live, I'm DJ, who gives a shit? I'm like, so he goes, are you excited? You gonna be going, you won all these CDs. I'm like, oh my god, get the hell out of the poop. And I'm cursing up all. He's like, dude, you can't curse. I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. This is amazing. What the poop? I was like, this is great. And I won tickets. I was literally in the fan box of the Foo Fighters, and I was like near family members on this bullshit. I was like literally like 5 feet.
That's good.
Like from him. And back then, our cell phones is not as crystal clear as what they are now. So if I would have took a photo, it would have been like his hair. Yeah, I was like, oh my god.
But you would have seen like,
yes, I would have been like mad, like dark. Yeah, it would have been like some shitty ass pixelated photos. So, but it was really like I was really like right there. And it was funny because the guitar player, Chris, I was like, hey, come on. So there was an ambulance guy on the side because if you dope up or whatever, they have medical service. So the guy sees us and he goes, I was like, hey, get that dude. I was like, I know him. He got the guitar player from Foo Fighters. He came in and I was like, oh my god, take us backstage. And I'm like, what did I just say? And my freaking my friend started laughing, and I was like, oh, because I sounded like a dude that I was gonna blow these guys. I was like, it sounded like really bad. I was like, hey, take me backstage. And I went, and I literally stopped myself. I was just like, wait, what the hell did I just say? But I gave him my rock demo, like demo of my rock band when I was in a rock band. So I gave it to him. He's all right, man. And he looks mad scared because he thought the way that, so, oh my God, but I got to meet him, but I didn't get to meet like Dave Grohl. But yeah, it was crazy. He was like, he goes, I would love to take you guys back there. But he was like, he said it straight up. He was like, if Dave did not invite you into that back room, he was like, he would not be happy if you just walk in there and like, we're not worthy. like freaking Wayne's World. But it was, honestly, it was the experience. I enjoy that, but I saw them like 10 times. After that, I liked them so much, but I saw them in an acoustic tour, you know, electrical. But in terms of Nirvana, I never got to see them live. I wish I did.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see them live. I never got the opportunity because they never performed much in the over here in New York. It was always Seattle and all these weird places. Same as Stone Temple Pilots. I never got to see Velvet Revolver. That was my only chance to see him perform. But yeah, man, I never got to see. I wish I did. That was on my bucket list. Will be Nirvana or Michael. I mean, we were gonna get it with This Is It. I was gonna buy fucking tickets to see This Is It, but my man decided to take propofol. So I'm like, Jesus. So, but I mean, is there any bands you guys wanted to see in your bucket lists of concerts?
Oh God,
whether they're dead or
alive. I wanted to see Linkin Park with Chester, and then he ended up, dying. And it's not the same Linkin Park with Emily as the lead singer now, but I still listen to them. That's one of my favorite bands. But yeah, Linkin Park with Chester. Like you said, Nirvana. But see, I was like a teenager when Nirvana came out, so I wasn't that heavy into the grunge until years later. But if he was still alive, like I would have definitely went to see him. Went to see the band now, you know.
Yeah, mine's Metallica. And they recently came here. My wife was trying to, and the tickets were just there's no way.
They're like $800.
I have a limit. I have a limit, you know, and even my wife, she's like, babe, I'll do it for you. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. Like I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to live with myself at the end of the day, but Metallica's one of them. Pearl Jam, I would love to see live. I mean, even my wife is the huge Pearl Jam. Silverchair, love to see them. And I saw Bush already once, but it was in a very small Coliseum, and they were performing with Atari Teenage Riot and another local band that I never heard. But it was back before we had the Springfield Civic Center. Now it's the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield. But back when it was really tiny. So it was only like a 5,000 seat arena. So I got to see Bush at that, and then Blink 182, I would love to see again. I saw them at the Mohegan Sun with my wife. Fantastic fucking show. I mean, I never was so much into even some of the songs I didn't know. I'm still with my wife, you know, we're just partying it up. They put on one hell of a show, but Metallica is probably my number one. I saw Rage, I saw Woo, I've seen Jay, you know, I've seen 311, Bush. I've seen a lot.
You know who is surprisingly good? I thought I was not gonna like him live. Lenny Kravitz. I was all up in Lenny Kravitz. Bro, let me just tell you something. Yes, they opened up for Guns N' Roses at MetLife. And I'm like, who's the opening act? So I'm sitting there and I have my beer and I'm just chilling because all I want to see is Slash play. I didn't give a shit about Axl. I just want to hear the guitars play. That's me. I'm there for Slash. That was my favorite guitarist. So I'm like, I'm just there for Slash. Bro, they said Lenny Kravitz. I said, oh my God. I said, you gotta be funny. So my wife was like, are you serious? I said, bro, I would have came late if I knew it was Lenny Kravitz. But I'm not knocking him. I think he's a great musician. I just not into Lenny Kravitz. So, I mean, it's just, you know, it's just a weird mix. That's like saying Madonna is opening up for Judas Priest. You're like, what? Like, what is this? But let me tell you something. My brother was rocking like docking. I was like, this dude was good. I was really into his stuff. He was really good. And my man was ripped for the whatever age he is.
Yeah.
He came with the leather jacket.
Uh-huh.
And then he had the open shirt with the leather pants on. I said, my brother is rocking it. And I was like, he was really good. He played, he ended the set with Are You Gonna Go My Way?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that dude sounds like the CD. It sounded mad good. I got up and I applauded. I said, bravo! He was good. Oh my God,
Alex was like sex with chocolate.
Yeah, I was. I'm not gonna lie. I said my wife was all goo goo gaga when they showed him on the jumbotron. Yeah. All the ladies were all up in it. I was like, you know who else was really good too? Bon Jovi when he had a voice. We got to see Bon Jovi at Madison Square Garden. She surprised me with tickets to see Bon Jovi, and I was like, really? Let me tell you something. You want to talk about a karaoke live? Every freaking song was carried, like the entire 40,000, whatever holds Madison Square Garden.
Oh yeah, they were
was straight singing.
Yeah,
and he just put the microphone on, and he could sing too. So that was a plus, because now he can't sing. But when we saw him, and it was the last time when we saw him was the last time with Richie Sambora. So I got to see the entire Bon Jovi band together. And bro, I was in heaven. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I could see why these girls are throwing panties on stage. I was about to throw my underwear. I was about to be like, take that, Jovi. But yeah, my other one in my bucket list is Eric Clapton.
Oh, yes.
I would love to see Eric Clapton perform, but he only plays in Europe. So I'm like,
for me, it would be Phil Collins as well.
Phil Collins?
I would love, I mean, he can't sing anymore, but Phil Collins in his prime after Genesis, just, oh my God. I would love to experience that, especially imagine, Air of the Night live.
Cecilio.
Yeah. And I wanted what's the song try with Easy Lover?
Easy Lover. That was with Philip Bailey.
Yes. And he's got to bring out Philip. They got to do it together. You know what I mean? But to see that live would just be, I think, dope as hell.
I mean, it is. And you know what I loved about Ozfest? It's weird that I say this, and you guys will know because you guys are music guys. Yeah. Ozfest, what I loved about Ozfest, you did have multiple stages, right? Yeah. And then at night, they had that big one stage because then Ozzy plays at the end. All right, it is what it is. But what I liked about Ozfest, and actually not liked, I loved about Ozfest, it was like an appetizer of music, because that when me and my wife got together, we were like boyfriend and girlfriend at the time. She was like, "Oh, I got Ozfest tickets," because she went every year, and I'm like, "I'm not." I was like, "I don't know." She was like, "Come." She was like, "Just come and hang out." But we were not dating. She was like, "Just come." Right. So I went, and she surprised me because that bill. When I tell you appetizer, bro, right there, that's when I was like, "I'm marrying this girl." She got me to sit down to see, and Tribal's gonna be like, holy crap, Judas Priest, into Iron Maiden, into Black Sabbath. I went, what the fuck? I was like, that is that's like a jukebox of juke. It was like 30 minutes of music heaven, because it was just music that I used to listen to. And I'm like, I'm never going to see these guys, but I got to see them in this one Ozfest. Slayer, fucking right into Judas Priest, into Iron Maiden, into Black Sabbath. I was like, what the hell is going on? And I was like, this is amazing. And I was just like, and I want to see Iron Maiden again. They were amazing. I tell people, I was like, you want to see a band perform? Like, I mean, it's Iron Maiden. I agree with you. I want to see Metallica, but when they were at MetLife, they did something unique that I never seen a band do. Every night, so they did a 2-night show in MetLife, Saturday and Sunday. Each night was a different set list, and it was not the same. So, if you wanted to hear Enter Sandman was only on Sunday. Because they only did they mixed all their hits. So people that are going Saturday are going to get like 1 out of 22 songs or whatever they play, because they have like thousands of songs.
Yes, they got
but it was, if you wanted to hear the full Metallica experience, you had to go to both, because they had 2 different set lists. So you want to hear your favorite Metallica song. And I'm like, these bastards are smart as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, bro, I mean, I loved it. I didn't get to go see. I was like, man, I would have paid for both. But I agree with you. There's certain concerts that I'm not going to go crazy for. But if I had to see Metallica and I had to spend the money, would be Metallica in that Sphere in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care how. I mean, I'm not doing it because that shit costs thousands of dollars. But if that was the concert for me, would be there. Like for my first Metallica would be there. Because I know they're gonna rock the house down. And when I saw that Sphere come together, I was like, Metallica should be there. Because they know how to put together productions and shit. So that's their thing. But yeah, I don't know. There's not other. I got to see Celine Dion, so I'm good with that. People laugh, but I was like, that was my choice, not my wife's. That was all me. But in terms of band, Pearl Jam would be my top of the list would be Pearl Jam. But they don't play no more of their 10 songs, which pisses me off. Yeah. I'm like, bro, I'm here to see Jeremy. But I man, at the end of the day, it's just I like it. It's expensive. It is different from when we grew up going to these concerts.
Well, that's what Puerto Rico was saying. He said concert prices nowadays are insane.
Bro, it is insane.
They are.
We got, oh man, the last Foo Fighter tickets we got, my wife paid $400 a pop for me and her.
Jesus.
And we were like, actually, it was at Citi Field. It was at Met Stadium. And we were literally on the, not upper deck, we were in the middle between the floor. Because I was like, I'm not going general admission because I'm going to smack someone and they push me just to see this dude. So I was like, I want a seat. So we always get the balconies. Bro, the balconies are more expensive than standing. Like, I was like, no way. And the standing I don't like is because, you got to go pee. You're going to lose your seat. At least having a seat, you ain't taking my shit. Like, I'm right here. So she tries to get the best seating for us, but she was like, bro, these are the most expensive ones that we ever. I was like, geez, it's expensive. And artists be wilding out with these prices. Yeah. Like, I mean, like, ugh.
Yeah. And they say that, well, we don't set the prices. Bullshit. Y'all got some shit behind it.
No, I agree. I totally agree. There's no way you're going to charge an average Joe $500 for upper deck. Like,
y'all got shit behind it. That's crazy to me.
It's too much. But
yeah, absolutely.
I want to ask both of y'all, since y'all go to concerts, like the concert experience now, like with people, they're taking video, they're posting photos. Do y'all do that at the concerts, or do y'all just like want to take in the moment?
Okay, for me, the last real concert that I wanted to see, because nobody knew, the Foreigner is my favorite soft rock band ever. Mm-hmm. So my wife took me to go see, right before we moved down south, she took me to the casino and the arena to go see them. And I took maybe a few pictures of when they were setting up the stage. Right. And I took a little bit of video, but I made sure that I wasn't in anybody's way behind me. And we were on stadium seating. So it was kind of like if I just went like this and put it through somebody's shoulders. But now when they do all this and they're like over here and then they're coming over here. And no, I don't like that. I don't think it's the same experience that you got. Yes, you used to have that one fan that would scream and stand up, but then you stood up because you were like, but now it's just all about the phones and look at me, I'm special. Right. And, how you feel about it, Alex?
I'm 50-50. If I saw you already, like Foo Fighters, if I saw you already, I'm going to be recorded. If I didn't see you, I don't record. I take photos, but I'm not recording. I just want to sit down and watch them perform.
Right. Yeah.
So when I saw Guns N' Roses, I will record their hits, like so I could remember. Mm-hmm. Everyone would do it, but I don't record the whole fucking 2 hours. Right, that's crazy. I don't stand up unless you're a jackass in front of me that does, and it pisses me off. But I don't stand up because I'm like, if I pay for seating, then I'm sitting.
I'm
not standing.
Well, plus we're older too, so
yeah, and my legs don't take it no more. My lower back kills me, so I'm like, Jesus. But I agree with Triborough. I'm not a big fan with the phone thing. Like, there's thousands of people that just taking photos all over the place. I'm like, bro, like, you just sit down and enjoy the concert. But I mean, it's your money. You do whatever you want to do. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why artists get mad, because I'm like, bro, I pay $800. I'm recording everything. Like, if that in certain stuff. But the only, what's funny? Out of all the concerts I went to, it's funny. And my wife laughed. Celine Dion was the one that I didn't. She recorded. I didn't even do nothing. I just stood there and listened to that honey just sing to me. I was just like, I didn't touch nothing. She did. She took my phone because my phone was better, but she did all the record. I didn't do nothing. She was like, "You're not recording." I said, "Nope, it's just me and Celine."
Yeah,
like this, locked in eyes.
That's exactly how it would be if I saw Sade. I would be like, "Nope."
Like I don't mind taking some video and pics because I've done it at shows. Yeah. But like the wrestling shows, you got to stand up because everybody stands up when somebody comes out. Yeah. So like if you're somebody sitting in front of you and they stand up, you want to stand up too to see who's coming out of the the entrance or whatever.
See, so with wrestling, I had never been to a wrestling one, but if I did, knowing myself, I would rather sit in the front. Because I'm like, I know myself, I'm gonna be annoyed with people going up every 2 seconds. Like Royal Rumble, if you're going to Royal Rumble, you should already expect your ass is standing up every 2 seconds once those numbers start to come up.
Yeah.
So I get it. At a concert, it depends. If you have seating and your ass is standing, I'm gonna be tight. Like, bro, then you should have just sat at the general admission. If you're gonna be standing the whole freaking time, going woo, waving yourself like woo, like. That shit kills me. When we went to see Celine Dion, and I didn't want to start the fight, I told Angelina, I was like, I'm not fighting with this dude. It was a dude with a broken wrist, meaning, he was a little fruity patootie, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he was standing, and he's like, oh, Celine, and he's doing all this, and I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I was being nice, because every time she came out, he stood up, and I said, damn. So I'm like, is he gonna do this the whole time? So during one of my favorite songs, I couldn't see much because he had his fucking long ass arms and he has his phone like blocking. So when I'm looking, I'm literally watching the concert from my brother's screen. I'm like, what the? So bro, like, I was like, oh no. So I told my wife, like, I gotta do it. So I tapped. I went. I said, dude, I'm like, you gotta pick one. Are you gonna record or are you gonna sit your ass down? Because I was like, I can't see both. I was like, you're my Titantron because I'm trying to see this girl sing. And he's, oh, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. 2 seconds later, he did it again. And he was like, and then next thing you know, I think his partner got sick and then he left. And I was like, thank God. I was like, and my wife was like, did you spike his drink? I was like, I didn't do shit to his drink. But if I did, I would have been happy. But he disappeared and I sat down the whole time. But I'm not a fan of that, man. Wrestling stuff, yeah, sure. I get it. But concerts, nah, man.
Like, or like, so anything like that, wrestling, boxing, MMA, when that tension and that hype comes, people are gonna stand up. Oh,
Yeah.
So I mean, you even seen it back in the days when we used to have to order off a pay-per-view. And, watching the Tyson fights or something like that, the second you think that Tyson was going to knock somebody out, everybody's standing up. And then when it didn't happen, everybody's back down. But when you got dudes, like you said, they're sitting there with the camera and, oh, my God. And
that's too much.
That's way too much. You're like, bro, like for that, you just go down there. I don't know. It just frustrates me sometimes. Like, I don't like to be one of those that be like, oh, sit down. Like, you paid for your ticket, whatever. But it's like, if you're gonna pay to sit, then sit. Yeah. Like, I get you're gonna stand up. I get it. Everyone does it. Everyone stands up to do the applauding. If your favorite song, you stand up, and then everyone follows suit. But if you're like 2 minutes into the damn concert, you're already standing up and you're recording. It's like, dude, just get out of here. Like, I don't know. That just irks me and stuff. But like, who's another good live band? Limp Bizkit.
That's my group. I love them.
Yeah, they had that free concert for Napster or whatever the hell it is. We got wristbands and we got to see them. Right. And they were good. I ain't gonna lie, Limp Bizkit was really good. They were really good.
I've never been heavy into Limp Bizkit.
Really?
I liked a couple of songs. I'm not. I just never really got into them. I always just kind of like, eh.
That was the first concert I got thrown off the stage, and I was like, and it was like amazing. So like, so during the whole thing, they did a cage that went from the ground to the top, and you could climb it. Some people climbing over and grab them or whatever, but I was like, I ain't gonna do that. But I was like, I'm getting on stage. I was like, there ain't no security guard. I was like, I'll get on stage, and then I'll try to climb it, but then I throw myself in the crowd. So my friend's like, you're not climbing. I was like, I'm going. Help me. So there's no guards. So he pushes me up. I get on, and when I hit the gate. I went, because all the momentum of everyone pushing you to go up. So I hit the gate, and when I hit the gate, Wes Borland was playing in front of me. He's like, bam, he's playing the guitar, bam, and I was like, ah! I look, my friend said he looked like the Ultimate Warrior, like shaking the gate. I was like, ah! I was like, this is cool. And he's like, and then I never forget it because Wes looked at me, he was like, clench your butt cheeks. I was like, clench my butt cheeks. And when he said that, a fucking big hand grabbed me and flung me into the crowd. And I guess that's what he meant. Like, like brace yourself, but dude, that was like one of my favorite. I didn't do it again. I did it once, but it was cool. He was like, clench your butt cheeks. And I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
what the hell that
it's funny. Puerto Rico said the difference in went to go see Wu-Tang last year. $600.
Yes, I'm telling you, the price is now so much.
In 1999, I saw Wu-Tang at the House of Blues. Tickets were $30. I seen for $25. I seen the Rage in the Wu-Tang concert.
That was 97, right?
Yeah, and it was in Hartford.
Yeah.
I saw the one in Hartford, and that I believe, if it wasn't that show, was the very next one. Is when Wu-Tang ditched, the Hot 97 interview, and it just went downhill from there. But yeah, man, ticket prices were different back then. And again, it was so much easier.
Oh, it was. We got to see Mammoth. I don't know if Triborough knows Mammoth, but we saw Mammoth at right here. It's a small little club in Jersey. My wife brought 2 tickets. It was like $110 for me and her. Yeah. I was like, it's kind of steep, but it was a small club, so I was like, it is what it is. Right. But let me tell you, Eddie Van Halen's son can rock. He was really freaking good. I was there watching, and it was a small club, 30 people. It really brought me back to when I used to perform with like small clubs, and I was like, this is dope. Like, he was really good. Like, I tell everyone, listen to Mammoth, the new album, In the End. That joint is really good. Very alternative. Very like, if you like the style of Foo Fighters and stuff like that, that's where Eddie Van Halen's son is. He's not like his father, where he's like 80s and all that stuff. Yeah, he's very his own, and that's what I kind of like about him. That he's his own musician. He's not using his father's fame. He's building his own road, and I'm like, that's actually dope. I kind of like that. And all their T-shirts is like 80 video games. So it's like Super Mario Brothers, and it says Mammoth across, like a Mario Brother thing. Right. So I thought that was pretty cool. They were good, but I agree. Like, those tickets are crazy. And I saw Justin said System of a Down and Rammstein is my favorite bands until this day. I wish System of a Down did one more album. The problem with System of a Down was licensing. I mean, not licensing, is the writers stuff. Like, they were fighting for money. Like, who wrote this song? Who wrote that song? And that's what broke up that band. Like, it sucks. I mean, Rammstein is pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. The Fire Show and all that crap. They got some cool stuff. I ain't gonna lie. They got some cool, weird music. But they were
opinions on the rock band Disturbed.
Rock band is.
I didn't listen to the song like that. So
me either. I'm not too crazy. I think he has a very unique voice. But I'm not too crazy with that band. Like, I like some of the songs though. I like it's one of their first songs. I think it's called In the Game or Game, something with the game. It's some word in game. But that was a cool song. And then that Messiah song, the Messiah, take away the pain, or whatever shit is. I don't know the name of the song, but it was a really cool song. I like the way he sings and with the melody, like, it works. And then he did
the game. That's the name of the game. The game.
Yes, the game. Because it reminded me like it should have been a Triple H song when he came out.
Right.
I was like, that's why. Damn, what's it called? You take away.
Messiah. Thank you for the thumbnail compliment.
Oh man, what the hell is the name of that song?
Man, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even recall who Disturbed is.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Oh my God, Disturbed. What is the name of the song? Is it The Sickness? You didn't heard the song Down with the Sickness?
Oh, that one. I know that one. Yeah, I know that one.
He sounds like the animal sounds. He's like, "Wah!"
If I heard it, maybe, but I don't know. I didn't know the name of the band.
They have a video for that song. There's a video for that.
Oh my God!
Justin saying Disturbed's first album is classic.
Yeah, their first album, Take Away All the Something. Oh my God! Now you're gonna make me search this damn
Sound
thing.
of Silence remake was good by Disturbed as well.
That's a foot. You want to hear something that hits hard? Is that song, The Sounds of Silence? Because that dude took vocal lessons because he sounds totally different from what he did. Okay. So you never heard of Disturbed?
Right. No, maybe if I heard a song, I might. That's Disturbed. I didn't know, but I don't know the actual like band. Never bought an album, never seen an album, so I don't know.
You hear that?
No.
Did you hear that?
No, your shit's too good.
What?
Your noise cancellation is really good.
Oh, you heard it from here.
No, I didn't hear it at all. But who's Disturbed?
Oh, my bad. Hold on. I'll get you. Disturbed.
Down with the Sickness.
There you go.
Said Down with the Sickness. Okay. Well, she's the rock. I'm some rock. I know a lot of, but I don't remember Disturbed. Yeah, it doesn't mean I know Disturbed. So, like I said, if I heard the song, I'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, I've heard the song," but I don't know the actual band. And there's a lot like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just
Stupidly so. Stupefy was their first hit.
Yeah, you talking about Disturbed?
Yeah, Disturbed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Toxicity is dope.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, my wife just said, okay, so it must be something that I but I just don't know who it is. Like I said, if I heard it, I might know, but I don't know off of the top of my head.
Right.
I don't know. It's kind of like songs that, like I'll hear now from the 70s and 80s, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's the name of that band? So I don't know the band, but then
the song when you hear it though.
Yeah, I know the song when I hear it, and then that'll get me to go back and listen to early. Yeah. And that's what I love about the one thing I do love about streaming. But back then, that's what our radio was. That's what our FM radio stations were for. Right. And it was funny because you always had that one radio station that was always a mix. Then you had your hardcore R&B, hip hop. And then you had your hardcore rock, everything rock, and then, the rest of the channels. So you always got that mixture of something. Right. And I'll still say to this day, Spotify, Amazon Music, even if you click on a station of like a rock station, they can't put it together as well as a radio could back in the day, a radio station. I agree. So I often make a lot of my own mixes. Like my Amazon Music has like 10 different, depending on the mood I'm in. You know what I mean? But I just feel like they can't get it together
because they're going by your taste though. So they're gonna create the playlist by your taste.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like sometimes I don't actually want to. I want to hear something different.
Right.
So I'll put on, but it's the same stuff that I usually listen to.
You hear it now?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Disturbed.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You don't know?
Nope. Never heard of it.
I know the song.
No?
Nope. Doesn't ring a bell.
That song was huge on MTV back then when they were still playing videos.
Doesn't ring a bell.
The one that I was talking about the game is this one.
Tell me exactly what am I supposed to do now that I have allowed you to beat me? Do you think that we could play another game? Maybe.
Really? That's what I was like, doing. Triple H got to come out to that. There was one that with the Messiah. I forgot the name of that one, but
little known band.
Who?
Smile Empty Soul.
Smile
Empty Soul.
Never heard of that either. See, what's up, Alex?
Tell them check out Bottom of the Bottom.
Oh yes, okay, Ray, it's a good one.
That was a classic album. That's a classic album.
Classic album. Jagged Little Pill. Oh my god.
Oh, of course, nothing's better than
Yeah, that is crazy.
Triple H came out the he came out the Motorhead.
Yeah, he came out to Motorhead. Yeah. Yes. But any final thoughts on Nirvana, even though we got way off track, which is all good. It's what we love to do here. You know, a lot of people learn a lot of different things, and I now have to go check out Disturbed. So thank you.
Liberate. That's the song. I was like,
Alex
wait a minute.
Over here.
I'm over here looking because I'm like, I am not ending this stream until I find the damn song because I'm over here going crazy. I'm like, I know the stupid song. It's Liberate. That's the name of the Disturbed song. Liberate Your Mind. You never heard that one?
No, I don't know who Disturbed is. Look, you could keep showing me the theme song. Doesn't mean I know the movie.
This one's really good. This one would make you want to cut your grass. Wherever you at.
I don't cut my grass. I pay somebody to do it for me.
All right, that's the chorus. There you go.
Nope.
For your mother, Messiah, take away all the hatred.
Really? No. Dude, this makes me want to go in the car and beat someone up.
I mean, we can take a couple of trips,
Let's take a trip and beat some... No, but no,
a couple of states we can go stop by real quick for the tough guys out there.
Yeah, but no, all jokes aside, that's actually a really good song. Like out of all the songs, I agree with one of your viewers that Code of Silence, you got to listen to it. The Sound of Silence. Yes. The Sound of Silence is ridiculously good. Liberate, great. That one, oh, dude, I'm telling you. In terms of Nirvana,
I'll go check out a few of their songs.
Yeah. In terms of Nirvana, I love the band. They still great. It's just hard for me to listen to. Like, I don't listen to a lot of bands that killers like died. I don't know. It just brings like bad memory. I don't know why. Like, I don't listen to too much Michael like I used to. Same thing with Nirvana. Same thing with like Linkin Park. Well, I was never a crazy big Linkin Park fan. You know, it's funny. I had tickets for Linkin Park and I gave it to my best friend when they had Chester in them.
With my nephews. I regret it, but I gave my nephews Drake and The Weeknd before they like were really big. I won tickets on a radio show, and they were such big fans. I was like, yeah, just take them.
Yeah.
And now I kind of regret it because I love The Weeknd. Not so much Drake, but I would have loved to seen The Weeknd. But and that ain't gonna happen because my nephew said he doesn't sound the same that he does on CD.
What, The Weeknd?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said he still has a nice voice, but he was so used to the more raw, aggressive. My nephew put me on to The Weeknd before he was famous. Before, I'm talking like when YouTube first started coming out, he was like, Unc, this is going to be the next guy. And I'm watching this bum on the corner performing for change with his boys. And I'm just like, he's going to be a nobody. I don't even know who this guy is. I don't care, because I was just too ignorant back then. Next thing I know, he hands me the Weeknd mixtape. He said, listen to this. And I just fell in love. That was Dirty Diana. Just so many classic bangers on that album. So,
yeah, I mean, in terms of celebrity, I mean, like that was performing. And one of my friends went to school with Lady Gaga, and he was like, yo, she used to get tore up from people, like bullied the shit out of her. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah. And he was like, she was in art drama, because he was like, he was in drama, and they were like, they used to bully her. They made fun of her nose, because he's like, back then she had big ass nose. They made fun of her. I was like, they ain't making fun of her ass now.
No,
they all up in her now.
She's swinging and doing TV shows and movies. She was fantastic in House of Gucci. Absolutely fantastic.
Oh, that's my girl.
Oh yeah, Lady Gaga got bangers. Anybody that say they don't like Lady Gaga, I gotta question your ability to really listen to music, because she got bangers, especially Monster. I still think Monster's her best album, you know, but yeah, I still think that's her best.
No, but in terms of Nirvana, yeah, like I said, I like them a lot. I don't have much teas of Nirvana, which is weird. Because you know what's funny? When you go to Walmart, everyone has the same goddamn Nirvana smiley face. Yeah. I'm like, man, I want to rock the same t-shirt. You know, someone got it. Like, you got it from Walmart, right?
Yeah.
$10,
yeah.
Man. Like, I don't want to get the same t-shirts. That's why I don't rock those shirts no more. Because it's like, you get tired of, you see everyone we're rocking the same tees.
Yeah.
But I do still have my old posters from my house when I was a teenager. I have them in my garage, like with them sitting on the porch, the black and white Nirvana one. I have that one, and then I have the it's them but like half up, and they're just standing looking at the camera. Like it's a weird shot. It's a long poster, but it's them just standing looking, like those normal foo shots. But my favorite one is the one that they're sitting on the I think Kurt's house or some shit like that. They're just taking a photo, but that one's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. 30 years passed, or 35 years passed so fast.
I was like, wow, this album came out at night. Actually, when you were talking the other day, Alex, you had said it, and I was like, wait, what? 35? It's already been 35 years? I was even shocked, because I'm like, I'm that old.
Yeah, I mean, the CD, if you got the original CD, it has those booklets that it has all the lyrics, but that one has all the lyrics. And then if you have the cassettes open to like
it's mad long.
Yeah, it looks like a long receipt with photos and all that stuff. And
now I'm not a vinyl collector at all, but like, does anything like that come in vinyls?
What?
The lyrics?
The lyrics and stuff?
It depends on the albums, but some albums do have lyrics. I mean, the original printing. I don't know if the second printing and stuff. Yeah, I know. Tribal should know more of that.
Yeah, the OG copy would come with like lyrics like on the inlay of it, and when you open up the album, and then sometimes they would have like the sheet that you could take out of the sleeve, and they would have the lyrics in it. Oh. Now it's totally different. Now a lot of them don't do that no more though.
No, I mean, a lot of them don't do what CDs used to do. I mean, like I said, that was how I learned like who these producers were, because we were reading.
You're reading.
You know, who produced it, what samples they were using, like what other artists are they collabing with, what are their real names? You know what I mean?
Oh, you got the vinyl for that. That's
so this is the greatest. This is their greatest hits.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So this is original printing.
Right.
So when you open it, it's just Foo Fighters, like, you know, them with whatever, and then when you pull out the vinyl, it depends on what it is. So you see Dave's writing like on the page. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a page right, like he has a lyric. I don't know if you can see it.
I see it. Okay,
yeah, it's like certain pages will have like lyrics, and then it connects on top of Taylor of certain things. So like some of them are like that, but there's other ones that are not. They just straight photos.
Even for the CDs, like the way, like when they make CDs now, not all the CDs have the credits. They don't have the booklets in them. Like they make like the digipack. The digipack will be no booklet sometimes.
Look at this, Triborough. You're gonna be like, what the hell? Jay Manley found this for me. I don't know how, but he said, dude, he goes, I found this. He goes, I thought of you. Look what he found me a vinyl of.
Oh wow.
This is a vinyl. It's a Foo Fighter what's it called, like those dark B-sides, whatever.
Yeah.
songs
Unreleased?
so it's songs from the Laundry Room. It's side A is Big Me, and then Kids in America. They did a cover of that song. We are the kids of America.
Yeah.
Whoa. Foo Fighters did their version in the
Wow.
studio.
I never seen that.
Yeah, I
That's
was
real.
like, holy crap. Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna send you something. And I was
That's
like,
crazy.
really?
I don't want to get into vinyl because that to
It's
me,
expensive.
Yeah.
I know, but
I stopped. It's way too expensive.
yeah.
It's way too like I had to stop because I was like, holy crap. I was like, I'm not buying no more. It was going upwards to like $100
Yeah.
or more. It's way too
Well,
I mean, I can
It's,
show you
it's
some other
trendy
stuff.
now. It's real trendy now.
That's what
so
it
it's-
is. Yes.
Yeah.
Because people are like, oh, like like physical media. Now
Right.
everyone gets
Yeah.
physical media. Like
Yeah.
the shit that bothers me is like people don't watch Western movies, and then the Western movie, oh my god, this movie's on Western. Like you never seen this shit,
yeah.
and you go all crazy for this copy of Western movies just to have it. But
Right.
that's how vinyls are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
So-
why I didn't get into that. Even CDs now are
Yeah.
still they're getting up there. Like,
Mhm.
bro, I'm not paying
They-
$30 for a CD. You
They,
know what I mean?
they have like the young kids now are discovering CDs now. So now it's
Yeah.
especially gonna raise.
You see this?
Mhm.
This album is the album that Taylor Hawkins died.
Oh, wow.
So this is their final album.
right.
Or the album that they did once he died. So this is their final album. They
Right.
sold 2 different versions. I went to different record stores to look for it.
Mhm.
It's white.
Yeah.
It's a white album, right?
Okay.
One is black vinyl,
Mhm.
and the
What is
rare
colored-
one to find
colored
is the
vinyl?
white. Is the
Yeah.
white album. So
Okay.
so I have the white vinyl
right.
of the songs, where this is the black one. So
Yeah.
it's like and this one was $26.99, but now you get them as like skyrocketed. But,
Right.
Oh yeah. Of
like,
course.
yeah, so you have that, and I was just like, I was like, nope, like, no.
No.
At the end of the day, is way too expensive.
Yeah.
And I used to buy like the vinyls, movie vinyls, like CD. I mean the
Soundtrack?
yes. So like name me one. Let's see if you'll have.
Star Wars. You got that?
No, I don't have Star Wars. Name me the DC stuff, whatever.
Oh,
you want.
Like
Batman-
Guardians of the
Batman?
Galaxy.
The Batman. You got that one?
Which one you want from Batman?
Robert Pattinson. The Batman. That one.
The Batman? I
Yeah.
don't have that one. That's the only
Okay.
one I'm missing because those were going for $200 a pop. And I said, nah. I have every other one. If you want to name another.
The Guardians of the Galaxy soundtracks are
I-
banging.
Those are, but you know what? I don't collect Marvel, so I don't have Marvel stuff.
Oh,
But like,
Yeah.
let's just say, you want Batman? Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah,
will like this.
give me some Batman.
This is
Returns. Let's see some Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh wow.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the
Oh.
Comic-Con edition
Wow.
of
I never seen
Batman 1989.
Unopened too.
Oh yeah, and
That's
this
crazy.
one is unopened because I have the matching Superman.
Wow.
Oh, that's dope.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that one, those were expensive when I went to Comic-Con and got those. And then I like Man of Steel, so I don't care what everyone says.
Yeah,
but
Man of Steel is
I got Man of Steel. This one,
I like it too.
Yeah.
This one is pretty good.
See, where's 4K D-Ray when we need a vinyl challenge here?
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, every time you would open up a CD or a cassette, we were reading the inner notes. Yeah, it's that was
This is the
just
one you guys would like.
big.
I found this at
Oh yes,
at a FYE, the original RoboCop. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, oh, I like how they did the middle finger in the back.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's his the knife.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
And I got actual like vinyls, like
Right.
uh
We got a potential battle right here. 4K, where you at?
he said potential battle.
Yeah,
I don't
like,
know. I don't
you
have
get
much
silent,
stuff
too.
like that.
No,
I don't
Even-
have like
even
stuff like
jewel
that.
cases on CDs don't even come with the booklet anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a
Yeah,
single.
they got like the digipack is not
Yep.
like, it's different.
I had to. That's what happened to me. I recently a couple years back, I ended up rebuying Volume 3. And yes, it still has more hits than Volume 2. Fuck you, Triborough. And
Oh my god!
I'm like, why did you have to rebuy it? That was my question.
No, because my CD got so scratched up.
Oh, okay.
That I just ended up rebuying it, but I bought it off of eBay. Some guy was selling it brand new and I thought it was the original, one of the original presses, and it wasn't. It was just like one sheet, and I'm like, what is this? I want the booklet. So I ended up returning that one, and I bought it off of Amazon.
That still don't have more hits than Volume 2. Volume 2
Bro, look.
Oh, the Wizard of Oz! Wow.
Oh, that's dope.
I've never seen that on vinyl. I got the Wiz. I got the one with Michael Jackson on vinyl.
Oh, you got the Wiz?
Yes, I got that one.
This shit is creepy. Look at these damn people.
Yeah.
Look at the lion.
Yo, the lion. Yo, it looked like the lion trying to holler at Dorothy. Like, yo, I got the flowers.
Yeah, I got.
Bro, where was 4K for this? We need a vinyl challenge right here, yo.
Man.
Oh, right here, son. Ben and you and me
That's the OG copy with the
together.
rats on it. You got the OG copy.
I got the OG. Yeah.
The reissue don't have the rats. They took it off.
Yeah, they don't have Ben, Michael and Ben.
Why did they take off the rat? I don't get that.
It was because it was some stupid
something with Peter.
Probably some dumb animal activist. I was like, oh my god, you're exploiting rats.
Right.
Who fucking knows? They're all,
Damn,
it's a cover.
Bro, he got some movie gems on vinyl, bro. You know what I'm
Huh?
saying?
Yeah.
Like that's around right there.
Oh, I got you want to see something crazy? Let me see. Is this it? Look at this. I got volume 1 of a hunka burning love.
Wow.
This
This is my dad. This was my dad's.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was never a big Elvis
into
fan.
Elvis.
I guess I would have to have grown up in that generation.
You can tell that's worth a lot of money though. That vinyl.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is original printing
Oh, the Beatles.
because it has the green apple
Yeah.
on the top. Yeah, I got a bunch of crap here that
You said a bunch of crap.
Yeah, about to say, don't call it crap.
I got a bunch of stuff here.
He's being modest.
Yeah, there you go. He's being modest.
Yeah.
D right here though, it's a perfect example. D-Ray, you could be bringing back
Right?
the battles.
I'm saying, I'm like, there's the vinyl challenge right here, bro.
He said a vinyl challenge.
Yes. I've been trying to get him to do that for years, though. I'm like, we need a vinyl challenge.
No, there's a lot of people out there that have way better vinyl collection than I do. I just got stuff that I like.
But see, you're in the same thing that me and you, Alex, are in the same. I'm gonna buy what I like.
Yeah.
I'm not blowing $80 or $70 on something I've never seen.
Yo, we got Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
This is. Did you see the green? This comes with the green slime.
Yes.
Vinyl. That's the motion picture.
Wow.
Then I got it without the slime. My wife was like, "You really brought the same shit twice without the thing?" I was like, "Yeah." This is my favorite one, the Mondo Ghostbusters 2.
Oh, that's dope.
I have the soundtrack on CD though in the long box. Remember when they used to sell it?
I think the first one had a better soundtrack than the second one.
Oh no!
Second one was more R&B and hip hop on there.
But I like that. I guess that's because I like the movie part 2 better because that's what I grew up.
That's the one.
This is the one that he got.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like this soundtrack a lot.
Yeah, that was
this
dope.
one is really.
Maybe
good.
I'll have to revisit it because I remember
we should review it.
It's a very underrated soundtrack. That one.
You want me to do a bars on it?
Yeah. I mean, you got Dougie Fresh on there, Run DMC, Bobby Brown got 2 tracks on there.
I mean, unless you were Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, I think everybody else just had too simple lyrics. It's easy to break down.
I got 2 different copies of Frozen Empire.
Oh wow.
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Wow. I like the cover for that.
This one is my favorite cover of it. Yeah. And this one has the
movie sucked.
Oh yeah, the movie's horrible.
I didn't even watch it because of Alex's review.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, this was horrible. This one comes with the splatter.
Yeah.
This has like the weird splatter to it.
Yeah, when I saw Alex's review, not the other fake reviewers that were like, "Oh my god, I love this movie. It's so great. You should buy it on 4K." No. When I saw Alex's review, I was like, "Nope, ain't seeing it."
No, it's a bad movie. Like I brought it from my collection because I'm a Ghostbusters fan. But honestly, like if I didn't, I wouldn't have brought it.
Yeah. If you weren't a Ghostbusters collector, just like me, I have Batman, animated movies. Because I have almost all of them. But I have ones that I don't even like that. But because years from now, I know I'm going to want to go back to it at some point. Right. But again, I have what I love.
I have all the 007 vinyls.
I got the box set.
No, I have the vinyls. Pierce Brosnan's era didn't come in that.
Wow.
Pierce Brosnan era's only CD.
Well, yeah, that was
so like I have the CDs that come with 2 limited edition CDs each of the movie. So I have Die Another Day all the way up to The World's Not Enough, Tomorrow Never Dies, and then GoldenEye. I have the 4 there. So I have all the vinyls from Dr. No all the way up to the Daniel Craig's in vinyl, and then the ones in between the Pierce Brosnan is only CDs. Wow. It's weird. They're reissuing them out in vinyls, but I'm not buying. They're way expensive now because of the hype that Triber was saying. Way too. I'm like, I'm good.
It's trendy.
Yeah, very trendy. But yeah, I have a lot of vinyls here. I have whatever, but yeah, I don't. The battles, no, I won't. I won't win like that.
I mean, if it came down to like a round of like music scores, you got the music scores. I don't have too many music scores on vinyl. I got soundtracks, but the music scores, you got more than me.
I mean, I have scores and soundtracks, but yeah, I mean, I do have more, but it's more like it's condensed though.
Right.
So like it would be like if you say horror, I'm like, okay, like you're gonna beat me in that horror stuff. Like I don't have much.
I got one horror soundtrack. I got the Resident Evil soundtrack, but that's like for the video game on. I got that.
Yeah, I don't even have none of that. So like, and then it'll be all DC. So like, I have DC stuff. So I have like the Dawn of Justice, Man of Steel. I have the Dark Knight. I have the Justice League, big ass Justice League box set of the Justice League set. So like, I have stuff like that. Now music, I have music stuff. I have my Foo Fighters collection. I got Pearl Jam 10 vinyl. Nice. But yeah, and then I have other stuff like my old school stuff, like Michael Jackson's and all that stuff on the other side. But I mean, I could do a battle, but you're gonna beat me in like.
Yeah, I'm saying. I mean,
other stuff.
It will be entertaining. That's all I want to say.
Oh, it will be entertaining.
It's be entertaining. 4K. Yeah. Where were you at?
Wherever you at.
Yeah, I got to send this to him. I'm like, yo, we got to do this vinyl challenge, bro.
Yeah, I agree with that. That is. Batman 89 was basically a Prince album. 9 songs he did for that album.
Yeah.
Classic.
And there's a lot. I'm not really big on that soundtrack.
That soundtrack. And the stories that came out of that soundtrack that he was making when he was making it was crazy.
Yeah, I heard some of the stories.
And Basinger and all that, yo.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely crazy. But Alex, did you go? Are you still doing that new direction, the action direction on the channel?
Yeah, so I started buying some. I brought a lot more than I should have brought. I spent way more money on action movies. I mean, random shit that I'm like, what is this? So I got all this stuff coming in. But yeah, I did. I just recorded my Double Impact review on it. And I'm gonna see how it goes. Like I said, I don't do movie reviews, so this is like the first time me doing it, but I just gotta keep doing it to get used to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first one I'm doing is gonna be Double Impact. I just gotta put the films together. I recorded it today, but I released our War of the Worlds director spotlight, so I just released that, and so I got to just put together this one to release. But yeah, I'm starting to do that. But I'm buying a lot of the big box sets for the Action Arsenal. So I could do like that whole thing with the Action Arsenal is just to show like the box sets and go deep dive in them, where it's different from like movie reviews and stuff. So yeah, I started to do that. I'm slowly, because I put a survey up and a lot of people were like, I don't like the whole statue unboxing and video gaming. Just do physical media. So I was like, I kind of figured because all the big videos on the channel anyway is 4K reviews. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I was like, that's fine. I'll just use the Instagram and just open up statues and just look what I opened up, which I have He-Man, which I got to finish now. I got to open it. I did She-Ra. Now He-Man, I got to take out the damn box. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, to be honest. I watched Double Impact like 3 times for the review because I'm like, damn, I don't remember this damn movie much. So I had to watch it again. And then when I watched it again, I'm like, bro, this movie is kind of cheesy, but I kind of like it. I was like, it's still funny. Van Damme is funny.
When you said you were going in that direction when we were talking, I was like, yo, that's really good. I'm scared to take that kind of survey, so I give you a lot of bravery because I know what it would come down to. I just want to see physical media, and
you gotta ask, right? Because if you put out stuff, right, and the audience is not, you gotta see where it goes. So I put you want more video game content, you want unboxing collectible content, or you want more unboxing and physical media stuff, or all of the above. That's it. That's it. I'm not doing any other thing.
And that's why I narrowed it down. I like doing the deep dives. I like doing the music thing, and then I like doing the deep dives on movies and shit, or like lists like the one I just did pretty good for me considering the last few. But I thought like showing the darker side of Home Alone was going to be like an interesting video, and it did nothing. You know what I mean? So trying out all these crazy, weird theory things that I want to do, and I'm like, they're not hitting. So I'm going to take the survey one day and see what it is, because I just don't want to do, oh my God, look at my collection, I'm better than you. And I just fucking hate that shit.
Well, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, I know.
Put the survey out. If you want to know what type of audience you have, just put a survey of, what. That's all I wanted to do, is just to know where it is. And I already knew my audience was going to be, because all my videos that 4K reviews are already hitting 1K every time I put out. So I'm like, it's kind of obvious that it's going to be a physical media. That's what they want. Well, I was trying to broaden it. Like, you want unboxings of physical media, and that's what they want. So it's like, okay.
And yours are very detailed as well, though. A lot of that has to do with the detailing. You're actually showing the real comparisons. You're showing the unboxing from their point of view. You know what I mean? So that makes the difference in what a good reviewer does to.
Yeah.
And this is the front, and this is the side. Okay. Good movie. Go buy it. Make sure you use my link.
Yeah, I mean, I always try to push the envelope as much as I could. And like, I don't want to, like, a lot of people are like, oh, you show off. I'm like, I'm not showing off, but it is what it is. But I just feel like if I could push the envelope, then it works. That's the way I see it. Like, if people wants to see that, I'm thinking, okay, what can I do different than another channel when they do physical media unboxings? Well, I'll just deep dive in even more. So it's like more of a buyer's guide. So now going forward, it'll be every box set, like even the Action Arsenal, or I'm doing any other box sets that I have numbered, will be more deep dives into it. So like, if you want to buy it, you go, okay, I know what's in the box, not just this has 4 discs and it comes with a booklet. No, I'm just going to deep dive and break down each disc. So you know what the disc comes, how many special features, and, just go more in depth. And then if you want to see the quality of it, then I'll have the video of the 4K versus the Blu-ray, or, whatever. One thing I was surprised, though, when I did a survey, was that nobody wants to see Blu-ray versus DVD, because everyone's like, DVD sucks. And I was just like, very interesting, because I thought people would be like, oh, yeah, I would like to see. I had people say, I want to see DVD because I still collect DVDs. But I'm like, in reality, we all know, Triburn knows, DVD stinks at this point. Like, you're not gonna get nothing new. And I even remember doing End of Days, and I put the DVD against the Blu-ray, and I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, I used to watch this DVD, like, it was atrocious. But a lot of people said no, they would rather me do 4K versus Blu-ray, or 4K versus 4K if it's another company battling. So I said, okay, better for me because it's less work. doing all that crap. So
Yeah.
I was like, sure. Now they want unboxings. And then I was like, you know what? I want to do more action because I'm like, I watch action movies all the time. And I was like, I just want to now review it as a journal, use the YouTube channel. Whether you watch it or not, it's just for me so I know what I gave it or whatever.
Yeah.
So I came up with a cool system. So you know how people rate 1 through 5 or 1 through 10?
Yep.
So the difference I did with the Action Rewind, I'm doing it out of a 6-cylinder pistol. So like, you know how the guns have 6 rounds?
Yeah.
Well, my reviews, then when I give the review, it's pretty much how many reloads the movie is. So let's just hypothetically, if I say Batman will be like, oh, I'll give it a 5 out of a 6 reload. And then each of the reloads will have like, you know, number like 4-ish solid shot. Like, and then 6 is a full reload. So like that's like the cartridge. So, and then number 1, I think 1 or 0, I put it was like misfire. Like this shit is whack. Like don't even bother. So I came up with a system that's different from everyone. I just got to put it together with double impact. But I'm enjoying it. Something new and different. Because there's a lot of action movies I never tapped into and I want to see and see what other people give suggestions to see and stuff. Like watching the Van Dams, I'm like, man, these things are freaking awesome. I was like, I want to watch more of this type of old school movies, like
especially
action
in the
movies.
80s. He was on fire.
Yeah. And there was a new movie I just brought on Blu-ray called The Villainous, and it was like number 2 on our generation because I put top Asian action movies.
Oh,
and The Villainous is number 2 on the list. And I said, oh, really? And it was like $10 on Blu-ray. And I was like, they don't have a 4K? And I was like, just Blu-ray. So I purchased it. Haven't seen it yet. But when I read the back of the box, that just said John Wick mixed with John Woo mixed with every other people that I like. And I said, I'm going to watch it.
I suggested, I made a top 10 video suggestions way back in the days. And that was on, I think that was at like number 3 or 4. I can't remember because it was like 2 years ago. The Villainous is badass. And you'll see there's a part where there's a motorcycle chase and they're fighting each other on motorcycles. All one shot.
Oh, wow.
And it is fantastic. The amount of ass whipping that girl gives on everybody. And another one that you should check out, the dialogue is horrible, but the action and she's basically, it's called Chocolate. She is basically the female version of Tony Jaa. And it's called Chocolate. I think it's like $12 on Blu-ray. Alex, you gotta check that shit out. The dialogue is absolutely horrible, but it's great movie.
I mean, it can't be as bad as Double Impact. I mean, there was one point, Van Damme as was Alex, the rougher brother, right?
Yeah.
And he's talking to Van Damme, the pretty boy version, Chad, and it was bad. He was like, "Oh, great." He goes, "This I don't whatever," but he goes, "Oh, great, this fucking faggot here thinks we're gonna go to Disneyland," and I was like, "What is wrong with this dialogue?" And it was like bad, like it was bad dialogue between
this one. The woman is somewhat mentally challenged, so she's getting bullied and picked on, and she ends up buying a Tony Jaa movie and starts mimicking his moves. That's the premises, but you know, when there's dialogue from her, it's mostly like, and it's in Asian or Korean as well, and it's like, and she doesn't know how to express herself.
Okay.
Like my teenager when he watched it with me was kind of like, what Dad, what is this shit? And I'm like, and I'm trying to explain it to him in the nicest way possible, but that is what it is. But it's called Chocolate. It's a badass movie that you should definitely check out too. Wait till you see The Villainous. I can't wait for you to actually check that shit out. Triborough, same thing. It might be on Tubi.
Is it this one?
Try. Yes, that's the one.
It's $10.
$10. There you go. So, and
Add to cart.
it's dope. It's really dope. Like I said, the dialogue is not too good, but it's funny watching her do Tony Jaa's moves while she's watching Unbuck on the TV. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, this is from the director of Umbach and The Protector, which is all Tony Jaa movies.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
And she whips. There's a factory scene. Oh my God. I mean, she's sliding down the conveyor belt, just doing all sorts of crazy shit. So I think you'll thoroughly enjoy that one too. And if you do a review, just be like, and Nick did tell me the dialogue was horrible. And yes, it is. But the villainess is dope. You're gonna love that one. I know you will. You'll definitely at least give it a 5 out of 6. If that's the way you're gonna do it. But I'm ready to head out, gentlemen.
Oh yeah.
But I just wanted to highlight that because I knew that's a direction you're really trying to experiment with and push. So, and also don't forget, May 1st, you have the documentary of all documentaries coming out. So make sure if you don't know who it is, you got to respect hip hop. So the legends. Yes, I'm tired. I've been up since midnight, but May 1st, we'll be plastering it all over all of our pages. It's I can't wait to see it. Tri-Borough's already seen it. Fuck you again for that, but I love you, Tri-Borough. You're my brother. But I wish I could have seen it with you that day. But I'm definitely excited for it. Definitely. Tri-Borough, anything you want to say before we head out?
Thank you to everybody that came through and supported what we do. Thank you, Alex. Again, subscribe to the Geeks and Flixs on YouTube. Great podcast. And that's it.
The headshot didn't. What?
You need to be kicking these people out. What you doing?
Yeah, man. Who's this clown? Yo, shut the fuck up. Whoever you are, I'll smack the shit out you if you wouldn't say it to me. So shut the fuck up. It's stupid ass. But anyways, and one we do want to get Alex and Nate on together at one point. I think it'd be pretty dope. Oh, about to say yeah. What about Kurt Cobain? Go watch the beginning of the episode. We kind of drifted off, and that's what happens on this channel.
We didn't even talk about the recent news with the case.
Yeah, because it's still in technical.
Right.
It's a forensic lab, but I still don't think he committed suicide. I think he was murdered. I definitely think it was a homicide. There's no doubt about it. In order to shoot yourself the way he did. Now, if it was his stomach, then but he shot himself in the head. I mean, with a shotgun, that's kind of, have you seen the size of the shotgun that he used and the amount of kickback? And it had a grip to where you could put your thumb on the barrel to keep steady. So you mean to tell me he had that thing flipped upside down, pointed at his head while he's bending down, trying to pull a trigger?
And he's on drugs to do.
He was on heroin. I think it was like 10 times the amount of.
Yeah, and I'm about to say the autopsy showed 10 times the amount, and the police still don't want to reopen the case. I think somewhere down the line, Courtney Love might have paid him off.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, look, cops are corrupt. You know what I mean? You got your good ones, but hey, cops are corrupt. Here's $500,000. Keep the case shut forever. Lose the paperwork. Whatever. People are going to do it. They're not going to reopen it. And there's always going to be theories about everything like that. I believe that he wanted to go back to like what Alex said. He wanted the ranch. He wanted the farm. He probably just wanted to chill after a certain point, and he didn't get it. So I still do think he was killed.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, and I think Courtney Love was behind it. That's my thought. Yeah. What's your thought, Trey?
I agree. I mean, you see in the comments, like a lot of the fans feel like, you know, she wanted his money. At the time, he was worth 50 million, and now it's like 400 million. You know, and I just feel like from all the evidence they're talking about, and if he was really drugged up like that, there's no way in hell he could have shot himself from that angle with that gun.
No.
So
Yeah.
if it wasn't Courtney Love, it was
somebody,
somebody, maybe somebody that she know that maybe she paid off somebody to kill her own husband, to make it look like. And then, like, remember the letter, the way it was signed, it's not even his handwriting. It's somebody forged it.
Yeah, and they're saying that she forged it.
Right.
Because when they took, I guess they searched Courtney's bag that she had on her that day, and they pulled out a piece of paper where she was practicing his handwriting by letters. So, and when they were matching it up, it was just crazy. If I could find the video, I'll link it down below in the descriptions. But she was literally practicing like how he did his E's, how he did his O's, how he signed the K's, and it's broken down like as if you were in first grade with remember the old school paper that had the lines,
Yeah,
it had the example, and you had to copy the example. That's what it was like, and she had that paper on her. So, like, why were you practicing how he was doing his letters?
Right.
You know, Alex, what do you think? Same.
I agree. I mean, but they're not going to open up the case. I mean, that's a big case to open up, and it's a lot of resources to use. You know, I mean, they have the technology to figure out what happened. I mean, but I do agree. I mean, if he did shoot himself, that shit. I mean, that gun landed right next to him. I mean, that shit would have flew somewhere. And so,
I believe in the original autopsy, there was no gun residue on his hand. Right. How is that possible? Especially from a shotgun. No residue?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you guys might be right. She paid somebody. I mean, isn't the guy from Smashing Pumpkins said he knew something and they didn't say nothing? Billy Corgan, whatever the fuck his name is. So at the end of the day, whether she did it or not is just still tragic. Like, it still sucks wherever. I mean, the truth needs to come out, but they're not going to release the truth. I mean,
no.
At this point, she sold almost all his stuff, like guitars and whatnot.
Which is terrible. You know.
Then Frances Bean, which is their daughter, you know, she's living a life with Tony Hawk's son. They have a kid, so like you don't want to drag that shit into their family, and so like at the end of the day, it's like, do you really want to open up wounds like on these people once they let it go, especially the daughter? Because you see tons of famous shots with him and his daughter, they look like the same. So I don't know. I just feel like it's just so much, and then the whole thing with Dave Grohl and Courtney Love, and she wants him to. He doesn't need to do nothing. Like leave it alone. Like Jesus. They made up, and it's like now she wants everyone to know they met. Who cares?
Yeah.
So
your husband made great music. The band made great music. That's what it should be remembered by.
Yeah.
You know, same with what's his name? I'm passing again. Bambaataa. You know, the first thing that comes out is everything bad that he's done or supposedly done.
Yeah.
And it was the same with Hogan. Like, we don't look at these people like that. We look at them as the celebrity that we knew them for.
Well, Hulk Hogan dug himself a hole.
Well,
I mean, he did, because he got booed on Raw, and that's bad.
Yes,
so,
but I mean, when you look at the red and yellow, like that's part of my childhood. I can't erase that from my childhood.
Oh no, you can't. You can't. But
which is what I was trying to tell people with Africa. Is like, yes, he might have did bad, but for what he did, his contribution should be celebrated. That's what I was saying.
No, I mean, I agree. I mean, the same thing with all the, you know, people get mad with the whole like you know, child pedophilia and all that stuff. It's like, okay, so you want me to erase all his stuff because he got like I don't know him personally for me to get mad and flip out. Like, yeah, it sucks for him. You know, it's your choice to do whatever, but at the end of the day, it's like you're gonna erase or do so. Like, I get it. I totally understand.
And now again, the rumors with the Epstein list that Michael Jackson built the Wonderland so that kids could escape and he could save them. Also, now he's a savior.
That's mad far.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so stupid to me now. It really is.
It's mad far. I mean,
far-fetched.
So far-fetched.
Because he never had a childhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah, they're gonna spin everything. I mean, everything.
Yeah.
Same thing with Courtney Love. Oh, you wrote all to Dave Grohl. You wrote all your hits about me. Oh no, like who cares? Like, what do you need from that contribution? Like, really, like who cares? Like,
at the end of the day, I only remember people. When Jay-Z dies, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, he was such an asshole. He was cutthroat. I don't care. I'm gonna remember him for the lyricist that I knew him for. I know as a person he's terrible. I get it. You know what I mean? Like, but in order to be successful in a business like that, you have to be cutthroat. There is no friendship when you're talking billions of dollars, or when you try to get a friend to come with you and they refuse to and they fail and you win. Hey, you refused it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But as far as Jay-Z as a person, I'm not going to be like, he did this and did that. No, I'm going to remember him for what I remember him for. And that's it. Same with Hogan. If they allowed him to say the N-word backstage, and that's what they allowed. You know what I mean? It was Hogan. For what he did for the wrestling culture, you can never take that away, and nobody will ever do that again, ever in the entire existence of wrestling, because now wrestling isn't even wrestling anymore. Right. You see everything now. You know, we were talking about this a long time ago, Alex. I miss kayfabe. I miss it. I miss the fact that I used to really think that these people couldn't even go in public without beating each other up. I miss it. And now they got the Netflix specials where look what we do behind the scenes. It ruined everything. Everything.
I mean, sooner or later they were going to pull the curtain.
Yeah,
on everything. I mean, same thing with movies. You get the behind the scenes making of your favorite movie.
But that's different. So, you know, when you're a kid, I believe that shit. Tell me you didn't. Please tell me you didn't.
Oh no! I mean, you do. I mean, same with movies too. I mean, when you looked at the DeLorean from Back to the Future, you're like, "Holy shit! I want that damn car! Like, I want to go back in time." And then you see when you make it is an average car with just parts on it to make it. You know, then they did movie magic, and you're like, "Oh, this kind of sucks." But at the end of the day, you still want it. You know, some people have the money; they get it all souped up and get the actual car. Like I always wanted an Ecto 1.
Yeah.
Like I even told my wife, I was like, bro, if I hit the lotto, I'm buying me a fucking Ecto 1. And she was like laughing. She was like, really? I was like, you damn right. In the garage, every Halloween, I open it up, go around the block with the damn thing. Yeah, then just park it out. Like I was like, I'm definitely like what
otherwise was a Cadillac hearse, I believe.
It's a hearse. Yeah, it's like a 1960 something hearse. But again, the same thing with the A-Team van. Like for me, the A-Team van was the cool shit, or the Knight Rider car. My wife loves the Knight Rider car, so I was like, that's dope too. Mm-hmm. Or the Turtle van. I was like, if you could get a Turtle van or Scooby Doo Mystery Machine van, I'm a sucker for those things. But at the end of the day, I mean, I get it. It's just every time someone passes or whatever, they always try to bring up dirt, or I don't know how the fuck they messed this up, but I think it was today or yesterday, Michael J. Fox was watching CNN and they said the life and story of Michael J. Fox. They killed the fucking guy. And he was like, what? He's like, I'm still alive. They literally, he was on CNN and this is the life of Michael J. Fox. Like if he died, he had to put out a statement. Freaking idiots.
Jesus Christ. Anything for a click, a like, a view, and whatever.
Misinformation. I think Denzel Washington said it the best. He was like, you rather put out bad information and misinformation than put out good information just to get a story out. Yeah. And that's everything now. Everything is bad stories or mis stories or people getting their ass beat from every angle, from you know, or cops beating somebody. Like it's just always bad press. It's like Jesus.
And they always make sure to show not what happened in the beginning, not what provoked the fight, not what got it to that point. only the point of where it's going to matter of, oh my God, look at this Spanish cop beating up this white guy. Look at the white cop beating up the black guy. It's always like that. You don't see the provoke. You only see the end result. It's going to get the story.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at the Jack Reacher guy. They showed him beating the shit out of his neighbor, and then when you see it from his freaking camera, the guy threw him on the floor like 2 times off his motorcycle. First of all, why are you picking on Jack Reacher? But yeah, I mean, I don't know why you picking on that big dude.
Yeah,
you were gonna get your ass beat.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. Like he didn't know that he was. I was like, come on, bro.
Right.
Like you. First of all,
you knew. First of all, he's in your neighborhood. You knew. You know who the fuck that is, okay?
I mean, he literally jumped in front of his bike and made him flip over his bike.
Yeah, and like I said, he had his kids with him. They were riding with his kids.
Yeah, it was. He knew what he was doing, and he got his ass beat.
Yeah, he did. He did.
So I mean, he got his ass beat. He told him to stay down. He was like, "Don't get up." And I was like, "Brother, you stay down because you getting your ass torched." From Jack Reacher. So I totally get it. But yeah, at the end of the day, with the Kurt Cobain stuff, it's sad, but nothing you can do. I mean, but yeah, that's my opinion on the whole situation.
Yeah, it's sad. It really is. But you know, at least the music and the legacy will still live on, and that's the important part. And that's why these documentaries like Ray's coming out with are important. It's just remembering our people, our legends, our people that might be forgotten. Like I said, when I heard this album, I was like, wow, I haven't heard this shit 15 years and it's still hitting like this. It's fantastic. Nevermind is dope. And I ain't gonna say nothing else about that. But anyways, much love to y'all. We appreciate you swinging by. Thank you again for the support. Alex, thank you for being on the show. We always have a fun time. And everybody subscribe to everyone. It will all be in the descriptions down below. Geeks and Flixs. Triborough goes live every freaking day. I can't keep up anymore.
That's
and I drop every once in the blue. So, but anyways, much love to y'all. We'll see you all next Friday. Peace out.